We are 6.
Yeah.
Once again.
Have you been announcing us as 5?
Yeah.
The whole time?
Yeah. Oh, you were dead briefly.
Yeah, you've
Wow.
You've not been not here. You've been
I've been
not
out.
here.
Yeah, completely out.
Yep.
We are the full die rolling
The
accompaniment.
full experience.
We are 6/6 of intrepid adventurers from the southwest of England, and we are here to entertain you this evening, playing episode 15.
It's 15. 15.
15.
It was 15.
I did say 15, didn't I? Had a debate in the car on the way out.
The Star Engine.
I thought it was 15.
Hello, boys. Pink lemonade?
Mom!
I want to tie a load of magic stars on a strawberry lace.
I want to marry a Howard.
I want to have a selection of them across my strawberry lace. That's the plan.
You're on.
Are we live? Sorry,
Nice one.
I'm constructing right now.
That was good.
You're something.
Just
That's
busy
for sure.
tying magic stars to a strawberry.
Welcome back.
Sell that on it.
Welcome back.
The height, epitome of intellectual entertainment.
That's amazing.
I sense that you're going to be a peculiar nuisance this evening, Zolan.
Sorry.
We are going to go to a little segment hosted by our returned friend, Nollis.
At last, it'll be done properly.
Nollis, please reascend your
I did the first
mantle,
one, and it was terrible.
hosting Dragoony Doodles.
So here we have a wonderful piece of art of a conch that was drawn by our Quad Art. Is it pronounced Quad Art, I hope? If not, please
I
correct me
suspect
in the
it's
chat.
K Ward Art.
K Ward Art, okay? If you want to follow them, it's K
I'm guessing because I believe their name is Kelsey.
Oh right, K. Yeah,
My
that's
next
much
character's gonna
better.
be
K
called
Ward Art.
I guess Kelsey Ward. That'd be my guess.
that'd be good.
Oh,
Good.
twist.
Why don't you do this section? That'd be really
Passive
really
aggression.
No,
When you do the section, Jack.
I generally mean it.
He's
I
been
genuinely
away and
mean
he's
it.
come back mean.
I really
I've
hope
learned some
they're
things.
called Quad.
I've learned some things. So this is Quad Art. But it's an absolutely amazing picture. Thank you so much for sending it in. It's incredibly detailed, so I really enjoyed that.
Beautiful.
There's people in the conch.
I really
If
like
you
that.
look- if you look deep.
I
Is
really
there?
like
Yeah.
the sense of scale that picture
You can
gives.
see
I
just
really
the
did like
shadows
that.
of them inside.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this picture. We've had a
Yeah,
lot
we
of
had a
good
chat
art
about
for
this.
over many weeks, but this is one of my all-time favourites. Thank you.
Favoritism.
Yeah.
I like them all, but this is one of them.
Wait until it transforms and wheels come out of it and then it drives away. That's going to be
You've
incredible.
been reading Mortal Engines or something?
Awesome. So what else we got? This is an awesome picture of us all sat around a fire.
Now this is one of my all-time favourites.
But really, really cool piece of artwork of us all sat around, and it's nice to have a picture of us all. There's a lot of effort's gone in this. That's really, really cool. Really
The
cool.
expression on Zolan's face in that one is absolutely
Really does it.
brilliant.
Captured perfectly.
The total expression of what the hell am I doing with this bunch of nutcases?
Zolan still thinks that now.
That is
a,
true.
a little less, but
Yeah.
yeah. That is...
But that was drawn by Beef
Beef
McTasty, which is a fantastic name. So congratulations. And I
Malcolm
pronounced that
and
one
Stu.
correctly. So
Malcolm and Stu.
So thank you very much, Beef
Wash
Tasty,
'em.
for that. That's a wonderful piece of artwork. It will go on the wall with all the rest of our artwork. We're running out of wall space, which is fantastic. So
It's
keep
my
sending
artwork,
it
Ollie.
in.
You talk about my
that
artwork.
too is a beauty. We haven't got it on camera yet,
You
but
did
we
that
will.
real quick.
We
are-
we also went to
Swear
Exeter Comic Con this
Yeah.
week,
Going in.
just gone, and we're going to show a couple of highlights quickly.
Fantastic.
Okay,
This Batman, we didn't play
Oh,
with Batman,
Batman.
That's the
Yeah.
real Batman.
He
that
was
is
there.
the one of the real Batman.
He,
Do you know what he
lurked.
said? He said, "You're my favourite D&D stream in England."
He did say
He
that.
said that, and I was like, "Thanks,
did.
thanks, Bruce." And then he just gave me a wink.
Did he actually say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I'm the hero
Arnie
that
came
Exeter
along.
needs.
Oh, they-
Said, "Nice to see you."
nice.
And
And we
then-
did meet the man who made his
We did.
outfit.
Terry
did.
English was there.
Well,
yeah.
speaking of him,
Little Zolan,
just
rather.
you wait.
Spoiler.
Just
Yeah.
You wait.
There he is in the Pikachu outfit.
That's a little shot of us all there.
Yeah. I do Dungeon Master. That's the thing. I've never mentioned it
I
before.
look like a giant in that picture. I look like an absolute monster in that picture.
Well, we went and taught a load of people how to play D&D. People who'd never played it before and showed interest in it.
Scrag ya.
And Malcolm and Claro did some of their first ever DMing. Malcolm, you did your very first ever.
Yeah.
DMing.
Very first
You did
DMing,
very
yes.
well.
Yes, a most nerve-wracking experience it was.
It was great as well, Malcolm. I played in all three of your
Great
games.
fun.
Loved them all.
Can't believe I missed
If
it.
anyone in the chat is from Exeter Comic Con, just write the word Exeter, and I'll know what you mean. Code word.
Deduction there.
The idea of a code word is that it should be something that nobody else could figure out what it means.
Farm smells.
Nice. Farm smells. Yeah, there you go. That works.
Smells.
Here's a picture of us with a few of our players. Hello, if any of you are watching this evening. I know
me.
a few people said they were going to tune in, so hello to anyone who's here.
Yes, hello, if anybody was there at the weekend.
And
That is fantastic.
there is Thorinir and I startled by Dalek.
Those Daleks.
Crossover.
They were bloody brilliant.
It was
those
startling.
Daleks.
Yeah,
The hovering one was
Yeah.
quite amazing, I thought.
it was. Yeah, crossover. But we defeated them through stairs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah. And
Oh, we've got an
Hey,
extra.
Pikachu.
I'm sorry, we've got an extra in the chat. Hello, person.
Oh, hey.
Hi there.
Sharon302.
Welcome back.
thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy our crazy adventures. And here is Terry English. Zolan, you met your hero.
He's not my hero,
And-
but I like
Whoa.
him. He's a good lad.
Wow.
You say that now.
Terry might be watching.
Oh,
Right,
if that
sorry,
says
Terry,
in
if
the
that's the
chat,
case.
we're sorry.
That is what you
Terry,
call it.
Terry lives in Cornwall.
We thought there was some similarity. We thought
He's
there
not
was
my
some-
hero. I just know where he lives. Just go to his house and look through his
About
windows.
him.
What's wrong-
We thought there were
what's
some
wrong with
Zolan similarities, so we
He does
got
look a
that
bit like
picture
Zolan,
together.
yeah.
And
He makes,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You
I'm
make-
sorry, I missed seeing him. I'd have liked to have.
yeah, he done a really good YouTube series with Adam Savage, where he replicated the
Sandler.
King Arthur armor he made for the movie in like the 70s. And Adam Savage wanted one, so Adam Savage went to Terry's house,
One of my
And-
all-time favourite films.
Yeah.
Excalibur.
and then he made him a custom armor just for Adam Savage.
Wow.
That's how I know him from the Tested channel. I don't want to plug their channel, but it was a good 6
All right, plug away.
episodes.
Well,
Yeah, it was
they've,
good.
got, they've got to plug ours now.
They
Yeah.
bloody better.
Them's the
Come on,
rules.
Tested.
Okay.
That's the rules of the internet. They
Yeah.
must now plug us.
There's the final shot we've got, which is Claro getting fairly surprised during DMing by one of Daenerys's dragons.
I said I loved her work in King's Landing, and I don't think she was impressed by that.
No, she didn't take it well, did she?
That was good.
You
I think
were-
she's all like season 1 airy
Yeah.
fairy.
Yeah,
No.
you were close to getting Varys.
That's true.
Spoilers, yeah.
Spoilers.
Steady. Jesus.
Spoiler
Right.
right. Jeepers.
No,
Jeepers.
Podrick wasn't there.
I'm glad that my
God,
key
yeah.
words caught on, by the way.
Bristol,
I didn't even
right?
know I said Jeepers.
I want Batman to be at
Caught
Bristol.
on.
That's all I want.
Okay,
Go back in the room.
we are back in the room. And that was Dragoon Doodles.
I didn't draw the photographs, though.
That was it.
Photographs.
That
Yeah,
was me.
just photographs. Okay, so here we are. We are back at a point which we like to call Claro's
Collaboration.
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 Oh, blimey.
Should I plug my ears for this?
That was a bit ASMR.
I'm
It was a little.
wired on caffeine this evening, so feeling great. Okay, what did we do last session? Well, we finally left Broga. Finally.
How long were we at Broga for? Does anybody
It
know?
was like 4 or 5 episodes. It was an important place.
It was, yeah.
Broga Bush.
That's
Correct.
Broga Bush. Yeah.
Correct.
We're now heading
You've been watching.
towards Broga.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's why it's collaboration. We
He shouldn't be allowed to have caffeine.
We walked on the road, and after a dexterity saving throw, Malcolm managed to avoid a turd. This is very important. Which suggested that more plain beast, were out and about.
Smelled like a clue.
They were to our north, so we managed to avoid them. We continued on the road, and we uncovered a mausoleum.
Yes, strange mausoleum in the middle of the road.
Just in the middle of the road there. We went in, at least Malcolm and Claro went in, and they discovered a piece of paper which had the same seal from Weirdwit on. Upon opening this piece of paper, it said, "Look after the people." In that voice, just open the paper and it said, "Look after the people." It was very strange. And then when you close it and then open it again, it's "Look after the people." It's very
It's like
strange.
one of those birthday cards.
Exactly. Also, within, after a little investigation, was an effigy of a black demon with a mural on the wall depicting 4 wizards.
I believe it's 4 wizards, yeah.
4 wizards fighting the demon thing in the centre, which we assume to be
Void. And one of the wizards was specifically casting lightning, which had a suggestion and a hint of perhaps Celeste. So this demon effigy was holding 2 swords, one rusty, one shiny. In the end, Malcolm decided to take both of them. He didn't die, but it was definitely magical.
Not died yet.
With a little detect
The
magic.
plague is coming.
It's true. With a little detect magic. We were aware of
magic
magical.
swords, but
Thorinir has taken the rusty sword. And
I've had my tetanus shots, so I'm
all's well.
fine.
Malcolm has taken the shiny sword because he's that kind of guy.
just a little magpie.
Posh gentleman.
And we agreed that this was all a strange dream, and we just head on to Broga. We just sort of avoid that. That's not a thing. So we took anything we could sell, and we left. So we headed on to Broga.
Demons coming for you. I just realised that he's singing about that guy.
He's singing about that guy. Anyway, we'll get that part. We got to Broga, the town, not Broga Bush. Nollis is back, everyone. We got there. We saw smoke originally in the distance, and then we arrived at the town.
I should point out, actually, Ollie's back. Nollis hasn't yet to appear.
It's true. I don't know who Ollie is. Roleplay.
Immersion.
Immersion. Powerful. Nice. Never heard of them. Broga is sunken into the ground.
Strange place.
Yes, a number of feet down into wet mud. A number
Almost
of
like a crater.
Yes, a number of dexterity throws later, and Claro failed and fell down into the mud, taking 6 falling damage.
Let's go into a little bit more detail here, because the only way to get into the town appeared to be a sort of winching mechanism, like a chairlift, the controls of which were in the town, and we were at the top where there were no controls, and then you fell.
That was it, yeah. That was pretty much it.
Slid all the way down the crater and into the mud.
And some children laughed.
Children laughed.
Yeah, it was
several.
Many children
there
laughing.
was more than one.
Lots of children were laughing at it, pointing and laughing. And
it was the highest point.
I'll point out that Ollie hasn't watched the previous streams.
Have you not seen these?
So this is the first time he's hearing most of this.
Fantastic. Having worked out that there was no way down with that mechanism because it was operated from inside the town, a good defence, Zolan, with a fantastic piece of engineering, gave hats to the rest of the party, which allowed them to featherfall down into town.
Propellers on them.
Beautiful.
Our little beanie caps with a thing on. We jumped off the cliff and went, whee!
We realised it would mean your entire weight would have to be held on
the chin strap.
Yeah.
Yeah, which would probably kill
It's a
you.
technique to improve your scragging, which you'll find out about later.
Nice.
You don't know about scragging.
You never scragged before.
You missed out so much.
Don't know what that is, but it sounds great.
Do you even scrag?
Ah,
Do you even
scrag, bro.
Bro.
It sounds like a sex thing. Is it a sex thing?
It is.
It could be, actually. It could be. With a certain amount of adaptation, yes. Now you really confused.
I'm going to put an awkward silence.
Sorry.
The group met down in town at a shop. Clara had already got there. He'd gone in, met the owner of the shop, and instantly left.
Didn't like him
Galak?
very much, did you?
No.
It's called Galax. Yeah. Sorry.
We went into the shop,
Galoshes, man.
and the shop sold galoshes.
That'd be Galax.
Beautiful
Yeah,
galoshes.
Galax galoshes.
It had a
Something
very,
Galak.
very long name, the shop. The very posh galosh seller.
Posh galosh.
Posh
galosh.
You didn't like him at all.
No, say that quickly. Sold our very own Zolan a set of galoshes, and he looks
Fantastic.
very handsome.
Fantastic.
Quite dapper.
Yeah, super shiny.
And it would make
Look at my
sense.
shiny boots.
It makes sense to have galoshes in Broga because the
Oh.
ground is so muddy.
Now it makes sense, does it?
Yeah. Yeah, but you look like an idiot.
I look like a fucking sex god. Is what I do look like.
Wearing galoshes. I don't want to meet that
A
thing.
sex god in galoshes.
Trust me.
The album that Bowie should have
Fan
made.
art.
That's why
Fan
everyone was
art.
looking at. That's why everyone was looking at me in the tavern.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like,
Fucking sexy.
I want to scrag you, Ron.
Yeah, exactly.
We headed on into the middle of town and met a small boy playing music.
Bamba.
Bamba, thank you very much. Collaboration.
Bomba.
He sang a song which gave us some history. He was a very useful NPC.
Really should have been paying attention to it rather than wishing he'd shut up.
He did remind us that we're not allowed to use magic in this town.
Yes.
Just remind everyone.
Yes, did point that out quite severely.
Yes.
Or demons coming for you.
There we go. There was an elven hero that
Yeah.
was from history.
Yeah, Demric. That's why you got the book. That's what the book's for. Demric.
We then met.
Just because you've taken notes for one episode.
It doesn't make you, the font of all knowledge.
Demric.
We then continued on and were confronted by a local called Scragger John.
Scragger John!
He was worse for wear.
Have you ever tried scragging?
He explained to us how he had lost all his money on the tables in where?
Shadecap.
Shadecap.
Shadecap, yeah.
And he
Oh, we know
swore,
Shadecap.
he
that
swore
what you
they
want?
were rigged. Swore they were rigged.
Oh, I don't know. Don't know anything about that.
So, to make money and fame, he challenged us to a scrag engage minigame. Thornir successfully
his
beat
neck out.
Scragger John in a scragging match.
Can we explain to
Got his
Nonus
neck out.
what scragging
roll a
is?
d12.
Or should we wait until...
We're going to
We're going to leave it, are we?
We'll scrag it.
We'll leave it.
I still say we ought to try this one day. Just a demonstration of scragging.
Maybe like a halfway video for people who don't have a break.
Right, the Roadwater Village Fates, might I suggest?
Oh,
They'd love a good scrag.
They love a good
I'll
scrag.
find a venue.
It's the time.
We invited John for a pint, but he declined. And we headed on to the pub.
I've got people to scrag.
What the pub's called? I do.
Oh, of course you do. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, collaboration.
I spelled it
You're
wrong.
starting to regret. You're starting to regret the choice of
That's
intro
fine, that's
title.
fine. I'm just...
Claro's individual recount.
Is it called
recapitulation.
the Fluming Burden? Fluming Burden? BAM!
Wow.
That's what the book's for.
I like that your book's covered in little lemurs.
Bought that in Monkey World as a monkey sanctuary. And I was there. And it was a bloody great size book.
How many pages?
They're not numbered, these pages,
roughly.
so I don't know. 80.
Zolan's on Pepsi this evening.
Oh, God. I was not expecting What? What's so funny about it? It's a great place.
Completely came out of the blue.
Sorry. I'm not going to make it through.
Welcome to die rolling.
Sorry, Clara.
You're welcome.
Group trip one day.
I nearly got on my nose then. Blimey.
Please continue.
Wow. We headed on to the bar. And in the bar we had a few strange looks. Malcolm headed on first and met the bartender. Everyone's still laughing. It's going to be one of those evenings.
Oh, wow.
Shall I play the intro again?
It's fine. It's fine.
My God.
And
I'm ready.
we met
I'm
the
ready.
bartender. He was a very strange sounding, nasally man. And he was confused by who we were. We all had a pint, our first pint of the entire
First drink
campaign.
for a long
14 episodes, first pint.
Wow.
Which was good, and you considered that pint would be a bit too big, so you had a half.
Right, half, yeah.
Yeah,
half.
you're only
Well, some of us had a pint in the baby scarron,
Oh yeah, nice, yeah.
overshadowed by the porridge.
And I had quite a lot of wine during the cooking.
Yes, yes, a lot of wine.
A lot of wine.
After a little deception, the bartender believes that we are a group of people sent from Callus to deal with the bandit issue.
Yes, that we managed to convince him that we were here to deal with the bandits.
The delegation. We are the delegation.
Then things got even more confused.
So he took us upstairs to meet the leaders or representatives of Broga.
Local heads of the community, I assume.
And that's a horrible choice of words. And upon the door opening, we met an old man with liver spots, is it? Oh, is that what you call them? And a doctor doing an operation.
God, I hope he was a doctor.
On a man's Wilkins.
What? Yes, we opened the door to find a man with his trousers down being
Prodded.
attended to by another man while a third man was watching.
Watched.
Our first impression...
Don't say it like that. It's so weird.
What the hell have you guys been up to? I've not been here.
Look, we're just along for the ride. Blame the guy who wrote this stuff.
Anyway, the Johnson man was shooed away, and the doctor stayed. The old man stayed, and they said, "Oh, it's great to see the delegation." And we said, "No, we've been sent ahead of the delegation because we realise we're now in deep mud."
I get it.
Good job you got some galoshes.
Good job, yeah. This trip won't be wasted.
We were told that the delegation would come tomorrow, and we were given 2 rooms.
Yep.
Clara and Zolan, 1 room.
We're bunking.
Thorinir and Malcolm, another room. And that is late afternoon, where we meet our characters in Broga. I forgot to mention, they saw something fall down the side of Broga in the distance through the window.
No, I don't think they saw it fall down the side. But it had fallen down the side. A large creature off to the side, yeah.
So I think it's important to recap a few things. They're in a human town where elves are respected but not liked.
Yeah.
Their blue elven friend is going to turn up at some point. It's going to be very hard to hide him.
Yeah.
Magic is illegal.
Magic is illegal. They really don't like Zolan because they think he's a halfling, and evidently halflings are not at all well liked around here.
We need to find a halfling called Jingo. That's right. There is a potential boss monster in the distance, and they believe us to be representatives from Callus, which we are actually fugitives from Callus, and are probably wanted dead or alive. Yeah. So we're between a rock and a hard place, and that is die rolling.
Woo! Nice.
Thank you, Claire.
Well done, Clara.
Well survived. I feel like that was a challenging collaboration.
Sorry for the interruption.
So much caffeine, you can't get me.
Oh, next happened.
Pub noises.
So we last left
These
you.
rooms are not very soundproof.
They're not. They're certainly not. There's physically gaps in the floorboards beneath you. You can virtually see through. You are in your bedrooms in the Flumingburden Inn.
These 2 idiots are jumping on the beds, if I remember.
On the first floor, that's right. You've been shown to your room by Munty,
Got to test the bed, haven't
the innkeeper, and now you were just looking out the window, if you recall, at this creature that you've seen apparently having slid down into this, into the town. And this is where we rejoin. And it's just the four of you in the room at the moment.
Do you think we're wanted in Callus?
I think that's pretty likely. I know we don't ever want to go back there. I just hope.
I hate to tell you, but Callus is clearly coming to us.
Yeah, I'm hoping that whoever is coming won't recognise us. Is that too much to ask?
This local delicacy is incredible. It's like some form of cheese string.
He was going to get us something, wasn't he? I can't remember. He was...
Oh yes, he was going to get us some
was it
food.
Munger? What was his name? The barkeep.
Munty.
Monty.
Was it Munger?
See, that's not in your little book, is it? Ha!
I wrote down as Munger for some reason.
Dinner.
Not Munty.
He was going to get us dinner.
He was, wasn't he? It was a delicacy.
Hello?
Here he is.
Oh, were they called something eggs or something legs?
Yeah.
Oh, so eggs or legs?
Can you open the door, please?
I'll get the door.
Who is it?
It's Monty, the innkeeper.
Told you.
I understand his accent. He said.
My hands are full.
I'll get the door.
Of eggs or legs?
Gamble legs. So you open the door.
Your guess is as good as ours at this precise moment.
He stood there with four fairly small bowls, but they're at least half to 2/3 full with these round, spherical, what look like eggs.
Gambles, eggs.
Eggs.
But they're not oval. They're almost perfectly spherical, and they're much smaller than chicken eggs. They're the size of a D20 probably.
Get it.
I've never seen
Roll a gamble egg.
But they are spherical rather than whatever 20
It's a
is.
hexagonal would be,
Yeah,
would
whatever
be very
20
odd.
is.
Double decks.
Beyond dodecagonal. Someone's going to say in chat what a 20-sided shape is for me. Would you like to come down, or do you want them here?
Just leave them on the side, that'd be great.
Okay.
These are we eat in our room.
These are gamble eggs. These are the speciality of Broga.
Excellent.
What
They
does-
don't.
what does
They
a
don't make
gamble
you.
look
They don't make you vomit. do
Intentional
they?
eggs or
No. Yeah.
Unless you're allergic to gamble eggs.
Excellent.
What was your question?
What does a gamble look like? I've never seen one.
Oh, you probably have when you're entering Broga. The little creatures that look a little bit like fishes
In the mud?
jumping in the mud. It is our speciality.
So these are like fish eggs.
They lay the eggs in the mud.
You ever wish you hadn't asked anything?
We'll try them.
This is our speciality.
I'm hungry. I'll eat anything when I'm hungry enough.
This is what the trade route is about.
In terms of payment, the group coming tomorrow will pay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Thanks for
We'll
sorting
have
that out.
another batch of gamble eggs, and we'll have these first.
Certainly.
Are they from a sustainable source?
They're from, points out the window. Just out, he's pointing towards where this large creature was that you saw. They're from the Afest farm and the Bergax farm.
And what is that?
That has been here for a couple of days. We believe it is a red Ronk Swampie.
Write that down.
Right, that's down.
Put that in the book.
In the book.
Does that concern you? Are they safe?
It seems fine. It has not moved.
Has anyone gone near it?
A few people did. The mangooses have taken refuge
The
underneath.
mangoose.
Man gooses.
Mangooses.
What is a man goose?
The birds.
Oh, okay. It's not some form of man goose.
They are quite aggressive creatures. They're very protective of each other. They are jealous creatures.
Thank you.
Is the great Jambly alive?
Jamboree?
The Jambly.
Whatever you said just now.
Red Rock Zombie? Is that what it was
The
called?
Red Rock Zombie.
He's writing that bad.
The
Red Rock
the
Zombie.
red Ronk Swampy.
Oh, Zombie. Red Ronk
Red Rock
Zombie.
Is it alive?
Yes, I think it has hurt itself. Go and have a look.
I will, after these gamble loans.
They're very tasty. Have any of you eaten any of them yet?
No, I will try one. I will try a gamble egg.
Can you roll a Constitution saving throw?
They're by Mr. Burgax's farm. Say hello from me.
Mr. Burgax.
Burgax.
Hello
I'm trying a gamble egg.
These are his gamble eggs. So you taste it, incredibly salty, but oddly incredibly sweet as well. It's this strange combination, and you get the saltiness, and then this kind of sweet aftertaste. Little bit fishy, but pleasant.
Nice.
But quite strong.
Nice.
Certainly unique, like nothing else you've tasted before.
Well,
Are they good, Malcolm?
yeah, nice.
Clara
Unusual.
will eat some, yeah. He's very hungry after
Unusual,
walked
yeah.
for
Very
ages.
tasty though. I could, yeah.
The elves in Equa would love these and would pay a hefty fee.
Are they like hard boiled? Like they don't have shells on, or what do they look like?
So in terms of how they're served,
Presented, yeah.
they're, if you take a bite into one, it feels like there's the very, very thin shell.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not like again biting into a chicken egg. It's this little crunch as you bite in, but then it just kind of melts into your mouth.
Yeah.
Almost pops.
So they're not cooked. Nah. Okay.
It's closer to caviar.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Clara eats a few of them down. I assume they don't have any healing properties.
Yeah, very nice.
You don't feel healed.
Okay.
It's back to I should have advantage.
Is there anything you want to do while you're here?
Do you have any spare galoshes? It appears they're useful for the mud. Our friend has bought some incredibly expensive ones, but I assume you all own them.
Galoshes. What you will want to do is go to Galax Galosha. Oh, I see you've been. They're a lovely galosha. I cannot deny that.
I will do a walk through the room just for him.
I
A
want to
little
see
turn at the bottom
that animated.
and
one
back
day.
up, yeah.
I did not know they did them in little person size.
Children, but they'll do.
I
You're
see.
fine.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think we'll have something to eat and finish our drinks. And you wanted to go and have a look at this beastie, didn't you?
Let's go and have a look at the beast.
I'm just going to quickly wave to Munty. This is my...
That's you.
This is my...
Yeah.
I just want to ask.
Yeah.
I just want to ask about what people are talking about the bandits. But people in the inn, what are people saying about the bandits? What do you know about the bandits? You must hear a lot of talk through your inn.
Well, we're keen to... What do you know about the bandits?
We know that they've been causing a ruckus.
Yes.
What do I know about the bandits? They've been attacking the town, raiding the town.
That's right.
That's what I know. Yeah.
Yes.
Galax mentioned it.
We are trying to stop them.
We're here to stop them.
Are you? Sent from Callus?
From Callus. You guys pay your taxes. And it's been long overdue. We've had things to deal with in Callus, but now the resource is freed up.
I
That
appreciate
we can
that.
come and
This is the first time...
pay your...
Respectfully, this is one of the first times we've seen the benefit of the production tax.
Long overdue.
What's a tax?
We apologise. It's like currency one day. We'll teach you. Currency and tax.
Has anybody in town made any mention of a pair of magic swords? Heard of anything like that?
Magic.
Is that the stretch?
I don't know.
No.
Malkin, magic is illegal. I don't think anyone would have mentioned magic.
No,
so
that's what I was
Demons
wondering.
coming
I was going to say,
for
Bamber will
you.
know. Yeah,
They-
about the bandits. Do you know where they are? When they have been attacking? When was their last attack?
They
What's their
seem-
schedule?
They raid frequently. Lady, you know of Lady Gensis?
I do now. Tell me about her.
Absolutely.
Does she wear a mask?
No, that is the Thagold lady.
Oh, God.
Obviously.
The Lady Gensis was assassinated
Ooh.
Sorry.
by the bandits.
Recently?
Yes,
How recent?
So they're more than just a nuisance.
not long ago, a week or so back. Talk to her. They go to the town hall and ask them about that.
One of the bandits called Hauser, by any chance?
I do not know. We've not seen the bandits. They've been stealing eggs from the farms.
How dare they?
Gamble eggs.
Gamble eggs.
Gamble eggs.
Gamble eggs.
Fascinated. And who was we going to see at the town hall?
Who?
Who? Yeah.
Well, the mayor.
The mayor. Lovely.
Wait,
If
I
he's
don't,
got-
I don't trust the town hall.
Well, beef with the town hall.
I got vibes from Gallic. Gallic.
All right. Thank you, Monty.
Thank you.
Monty, how long have you lived in Brogan?
My whole life.
Your whole life. Have you ever travelled?
Only. No, not really.
Do you like Brogan?
It's okay.
Okay.
It could be better.
Are there any traditions here that we should be aware of so that we don't insult the people? Obviously, we've travelled, we've been to Callus, some of us have been further afield.
Callus is similar, I suppose. It's another human town, but hopefully this trade route will bring us closer together.
We are a group of heroes. We're protecting the group coming from Callus. If we were to look for signs of local bandits, maybe pictures and news of them, we would find them at the town hall. Perhaps people who are hunted and any posters.
The bandits, in truth, we do not know much about. We do not have a guard, so to speak. You are our guard. We pay the tax, and as I said, we are thankful that you are coming to help us today. If you could find the bandits for us, that would save us a lot of bother. To be honest, the people here are starting to become a little unruly. There's a lot of talk of upset with the government here.
Interesting.
Okay, we'll look into it further.
Dealing with these bandits would be a great service for us.
We could do with the money.
I love money.
Okay.
Onwards.
Yes, we'll finish our food and drink, and then we'll want to go and have a look at this creature, and we'll head over to the town hall. Thank you for your help.
Thank you.
Which way's the town hall?
The town hall? Well, if you just exit here and then head down the first turning on your left between the 2 rows of buildings. It's the long building.
Excellent. You've been a great help, Monty.
Thank you.
Enjoy your afternoon.
Enjoy your gamble eggs.
Thank you. We will.
And I'm sorry about the procedure next door.
Don't worry about it. We're used to seeing some unusual sights.
Bows his head and backs out the door.
Has he left? Has he?
And shuts it.
We're completely over our heads. What are we doing here? There's delegations from Callus coming. They're probably going to murder us. There's a strange creature. What are we doing?
Well, you want to find Jingo.
Yeah, and leave, but I haven't seen a halfling. We've only
Nobody
seen
else
one
seems
small
to have
person.
either. Everybody seems to be really put off by the idea of halflings and people of that size. Their reaction to Zolan has been almost hostile.
It's jealousy, Malcolm, of these boots.
Could be. Could be.
That's what it is. These galoshes.
I don't think we should linger here. One day, and it will be dangerous.
But we're supposed to be stopping these bandits. That's why we were sent here in the first place.
And then we need to do it with haste.
Okay. And actually it will get us out of the town.
Yeah.
So let's find out what we need to find out first. Get some rest and get on our way before the delegation arrive. Because if there's anybody in that recognises us, we are screwed.
Have we heard the delegation before? We've heard the Justice Secretaries.
It may have been the elves you were feeding.
Oh, they like us. We're great chefs.
It might be Vilnos if it's too.
Yeah, if they're sending a representative from the guard, it might well be Vilnos.
He's not our best friend.
No.
But that was like 9 weeks ago now.
I don't think it's quite that long. maybe 5 days ago.
Yeah. I think that's probably still quite fresh in his memory.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think that's the best thing. Find out what we need to find out and then get out of town.
Town hall,
Yeah.
farm, creature, leave.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with Nollis? We told Nollis we're going to be at Broga.
We can pick him up on the way back.
Okay.
There's only one road in and out, and besides, judging by the reaction they had to Thoromir and to you, I think a tall blue man walking into the middle of town, or well, actually more likely falling into the middle of town, is not going to go down well.
What if they try and scrag him? I don't think he can take it.
Oh God, I hadn't even thought of that. If somebody tries to get involved in a scragging match, it could blow the whole place up. Let's just find out what we need to find out.
Yeah.
Get out of town, and
With
we'll
haste.
go and wait. We'll wait for Nollis on the outskirts of town.
Should we head downstairs?
Downstairs.
Let's go.
Grab a couple
We've
more
made an
eggs before we
absolute
go.
mess
and
of these beds. These muddy boots all over this bed.
I can't believe
I've
you
disgraced
jumped
myself.
I can't believe you.
This is the first time you've ever seen a bed.
I know, and a lot I've done to it.
It is filthy.
How do you know that's not what it's supposed to be for?
It wasn't like that.
Might be for cleaning your boots.
Yeah,
off.
well, I'm just doing what Zolan's doing, so.
Not blame me. Got to jump on the bed, haven't you?
I mean, I don't muddy where I sleep back home.
Yeah.
I assume it's the same here in the human village.
I don't know.
Clary conspicuously puts his hood up, tightens it down, tightens up his little backy pack. He's ready to go.
Right.
Blame the mead.
You're all kitting up and descending back down the wonky
It
staircase.
would have been nice if we could have got some rest here, but I don't know if it's. Do you want to stay overnight?
I don't think we're welcome.
I think we're welcome until they find out who we actually are.
Yeah.
I think we're getting better at deception.
We are.
You can turn into a cat. You're the best at deception.
They might not like cats here.
I look like a podgy elf.
Podgy elf.
Let's go to the town hall.
Let's go.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so you're leaving down the staircase.
Yeah, long strides.
Sure. You can't see Monty down there. There's still patrons consuming food and drink down there. Looks like quite a lot of these eggs, but also a few other different things. It's not the only thing there. And they also have a few drinks. And you shimmy around this big, large round table in the centre of the room, shiny table, and back out to the front.
I'm curious about this table. Why there is this table? You know, it's
Malcolm, there are more
busy
important things at hand.
with nobody. Okay.
And you open.
I'm imagining you stopping in the middle, like we're strolling out. You're stopping in the middle of this bar. And you're like, "There's something about this table."
You leave
That is exactly what I'm doing.
via the front
You know,
door.
guys, this table bugs me.
Is this the wonky table? No, that's in. Excuse me.
Where's the wonky table?
The wonky table was in the galoshes shop.
Galoshes, yeah.
And he was very upset when we tried to help him set his table right. I think there's something weird about the tables in this town.
Probably
Once
worth
again.
investigating.
You exit to the front of the area, and you squelch down in this mud again as you descend from the couple of stairs back into this.
I really
Deep
regret changing the
squelching
description of
mud.
my character from wearing sandals to wearing boots.
You're relatively unaffected, but they're the whole way up to the top of your galoshes, however, quite easy to traverse.
Yes, like a pig and shit. It's lovely.
If we're going to move through this town quickly, are we going to need to get some of those stupid shoes?
What are you on about?
I think it's too late now. I think I don't think we're already muddy. It's not making any difference.
Does Garrick's appear to still be open?
Galac's galoshes are not within your sight at the moment, but if you want to head in that direction, you can do.
I think at least Claire on his own has realised that this is... If it all goes wrong, we're going to have to move quickly. So he's going to want some of those galoshes.
Okay. So you're,
Okay, back to the shop.
so you're heading in that direction. Okay.
Heading in that direction.
Yeah.
So
I
you go back
Far
through.
be it for us to, do the thing that we wanted to do in a hurry.
I'm imagining in my head fighting a huge monster in the middle of town, and we're all moving through difficult terrain except from our main combatant.
Oh, sarcasm!
So you
I'll be
head,
moonwalking around actually.
Backwards.
so you head back into this open area. There's still
Heading
people
back
walking
towards
around.
the galoshes shop.
It's a little bit later in the afternoon now. And as you are heading back towards Galax, you notice straight away in the centre of this clearing where there's fewer buildings around, where you originally scragged, you notice a 6 foot something individual covered in grey paste stood by himself in the centre of the clearing.
I recognise that paste.
How did you get down here?
I'm looking forward to that prequel.
Oh, friends, you're here. Celeste was right. You are in this place. This very muddy, very dirty place.
How did you get here?
Oh, it was a very long trip. I asked the people. They said you're here. I started walking. I fell in a pit. I was in the pit for a couple of hours. I almost gave up. But then I climbed out of the pit, and then I fell into a much bigger pit that it turned out was here. And then I stood for a while, and some people looked at me. I told them to go away. Now I want to go and fight that big shadowy thing. And then you people arrived. I thought you had gone. I thought I was here on my own.
Excellent.
Did the talking rock work? I'm really intrigued.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I left you a rock.
You left me a rock?
With a message that would have played to you.
I didn't stay there very long. The crazy man had woken up. The people, they don't make much sense. The lady wanted me to show me.
Bloody hate Tomty.
A piece of shit.
I asked where you were. They said. I stood up and I walked out.
Fair enough.
Apologies.
My rock.
If I knew it was there, I would have taken it with me.
I've just got this wonderful image in my mind of him standing there, still coated in this grey goop, just standing in the middle of the town with everybody walking around him. I got this beautiful picture in my head.
That's kind of what happened.
Blue.
Yeah.
Nollis? He's looking up at Nollis. We need to hide you.
Why?
This is
They know I'm here, man. They came out and they said, you're a big guy, and I said, go away or I'll kill you.
He's thoroughly coated in the grey goo, right? They can't see any of his
It's
blue
not
skin.
obvious he's blue.
Right.
Apart from the back of me is all brown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Malcolm, we need to move quicker than before.
Yeah. Okay. You want to go to
Why?
this?
This place is fantastic. There's a big thing.
Yeah. Right. Well.
Nice
okay.
boots, by the way.
Okay.
Looking.
Thank God. We're going to get some more right now, actually.
We're going to go and get some boots.
We're gonna get some boots.
We'll get some boots for you as well.
My feet, they slide straight through this mud. This is child's play.
Fair enough. Long story short, the people here think we are a delegation from Callus.
But we kill people in Callus.
Yeah. do quietly. Shush.
Okay.
They think we're a delegation from Callus who have come here to rid them of the bandits. They think we are officially here from Callus. That it's
Officially, I get it.
no, officially.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
And when they find out who we actually are, all hell's going to break loose. So we're going to find out where we can find these bandits, and then we're going to leave town.
We're gonna kill some bandits?
Yeah.
I wanted to do that like 5 days ago.
Max, you're right,
8
Max?
weeks ago.
8 weeks ago. Depending what timeline you
Somewhere in between.
We have a
those
different
two.
calendar to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm game. Can we kill this big thing before we leave?
I don't think we're meant to kill the big thing. I don't think the big thing needs killing.
Do you live with that thing?
Scragger John? He's alright.
What is a scragger, John?
Can we have this conversation inside as opposed to out here?
Why? These people don't have anything to fear. We're not going to kill anybody here. Claro.
Yet.
In the shop, and he's signalling
Quick to boots.
to the boot shop.
So there is a green fronted shop, which to the front of it, for your benefit, Nollis, there's a finely decorated sign which says Galax Galoshes and Foragers Supplies, devoted to the fine humans of Broga, exemplary Broga quality and prices, half price on all packs and kits, on stilts, and then there's a little porch and short stairwell that leads up to it. And you're heading inside?
Yes.
with haste.
It's gonna waddle through the mud in haste.
Claire is like
Like a dirty penguin.
Trying to scuttle, but the mud is very deep.
As you walk inside, the man that you've seen previously is just fiddling with some of the stock on the walls. Some of the galoshes, are just arranging them neatly, kind of lifting up a pair and hanging them just in front of them. He's got a fine moustache, well groomed, and a brown ponytail, brown eyes, and strong features, a strong jawline. You notice a small scar upon his left cheek. He's wearing a green tunic, white strung up the front shirt, and then a fabulous pair of trousers with a wonderful sheen, very similar to the pair that Zolan is wearing.
Is Nolus close to the front of the pack by any chance?
You tell me.
He's gonna
it's at the back. Surely, if I've just rushed on in.
go on then. Do you?
Just your simplest pair, please. I've changed my mind. This town is hard to get through. It's so muddy.
Hello.
Your
Back for more.
Your simplest pair, please.
My simplest pair.
Yes, less shiny than his.
He's trying to explain that he is simple, and he would like a simple pair, one that is easy for his.
What has happened to you?
Velcro.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, he wants Velcro.
It's a makeup ritual. It's to make my skin better. This is ridiculous. I need your strongest pair of boots, the kind of boots that a warrior would wear to kill a big thing.
What a group.
Yes, we are somewhat eclectic, but yes, we've all decided that we would like to have some of your mud-repelling trouser
You'd
thingies.
all like some galoshes.
Yes.
Yes.
I will do you.
Do we all like
Group rate?
I will do you 4 pairs for 8 gold.
4 pairs for 8 gold?
There is no
Is
discount
that
there.
each?
Is that
8 gold
no,
each, or 8 gold for the
I
lot?
think this guy should do the
If you'd
haggling.
like to give me 8 gold, you are welcome to.
No,
but I will do you 4 for the 8 gold.
Excellent.
What about 7 currencies?
He knows it.
Sorry?
7 currencies.
7 of your
for
currency.
4 pairs.
God.
I do not understand what you mean.
What my friend says is, we'll give you 6 gold for 4 of them.
Yeah, 5 gold
Yeah.
for 4 pairs.
Do you have any in green?
I can do green, yes, certainly.
Do you have any
8 gold.
in a manly colour like
Blue?
I'm
blue?
sorry, I can't take you seriously.
Nobody can. It's part of my illness.
It's for the best that for 4 gold,
Yes.
4 trousers.
Threatening. I like it.
4 gold, you say?
4 gold.
Can I try on a pair?
Are you attempting a
To persuade him.
persuade? You can do it with disadvantage because it's so aggressive.
It was
So aggressive.
11.
No.
We could lower the taxes for a good deal on these very nice trousers that you sell.
What taxes do you speak of?
The protection taxes that you all pay us.
A protection racket.
We don't.
Paris.
You would.
We don't define the taxes.
Oh, I see. You
That's
gotta
not our
pay for
job.
protection for this place. It'd be awful if something was to happen to your shop.
Are you trying to threaten me?
No, not at all.
I'm trying to threaten you.
Okay, maybe we are trying to threaten you.
I think even Zolan's going to step in and actually say that there is a price. A discounted price is needed, but these galoshes are fabulous. 6 gold.
6
6 gold. I'm sorry, we can't take the piss. These are a work of art. 6 gold, 4 pairs.
I don't think there's really any need to threaten you now.
If you're making your persuasion,
He has his, and he can have seconds.
6 gold is a fair price.
6
you
gold.
can try your persuasion. So
Plus 1, because I look so fabulous right now.
You got plus
Boom! These
You
boots
can't-
are so
you
bloody
cannot-
good.
You surely can't use the persuasion of you looking fabulous in a pair of
19.
his trousers on him.
18.
Yeah. Do I get my plus 1? It could be an
Yes,
18.
yeah.
Oh, 19. Told you.
As clearly a man of taste,
That's the first time you've been called
I
that.
will give you I'll give you 4 pairs for 7 gold.
I'll scrag you for them.
I do not bother myself with affairs such as that.
We'll take the discount.
7 gold and one of your healers packs.
You'd like one of my healers packs? Well, they
I believe
are
they're more money than
2.5
I thought
gold.
that was the case.
So that'll be. I will do it all for 9.5 gold pieces.
Galax, 6 gold is adequate. You had no gold 5 minutes ago, and I have convinced these fine gentlemen.
We have decided on 7 gold. Don't push your luck, or I will revoke my offer.
7
7
gold
for the
seven.
healing pack and 4.
The healing pack will be an extra 2.5 gold.
Will you scrag for the healing pack?
Tiresome.
Get your money out quick. Set it on the table. Let's get some money on the table. Quick.
I will. How many? There's 4 of us, so I'll put in 3.
That's right. We share. Yeah.
You'll have to do one for me.
You know currencies.
Oh, are we all going to
Don't
put
have
money?
any money.
I've already bought mine. Do you have any money?
you don't have any
money? I can.
Maybe.
I can
Oh.
Yeah, I do.
I've got 7.5.
This is a ridiculous
I don't know.
thing for a warrior to spend money on, but I do not want to slip on my ass when I kill that big shadowy thing.
Cool.
Does anyone know how many silvers I want?
I put in 3.
This is your currencies. Go and pay the man.
I'll put in what's left? What do we put?
What are we paying?
4 left.
4 left.
I'll-
I'll put in 2. You put in 2.
Well, I've got.
Cool.
I do have some.
We got you fronted,
Yeah,
my
that's
friend.
right.
6
You will have the
currencies.
finest boots, and
You-
they will be free for
You
you.
can buy the next round.
Yeah.
Because some of us know how to look after our own, and like Mustachio Man.
Just
over here.
pretend.
Did you get one of the kits as well?
No kit. No.
No,
And
not
that's
for that price.
50% off, remember?
I've already got one.
Normally 5 gold. I also have explorers packs and climbers kits.
We very rarely get injured.
Climbers kits.
And they're all hanging just above
Are
the
there different
table.
types of galoshes, like different colours and stuff, or are they all?
It seems primarily there are black galoshes, green galoshes, and grey galoshes.
I'll take a pair in green.
Green, please, yeah.
Fabulous. I'll go with. Everyone else is wearing green. What
Black.
kind of? I kind of want to go green just because then you'll be the odd one out.
Well,
But
then I'll be the most fabulous, so
yeah,
I'll encourage
I'll
you
go
all
with. I'll go with grey.
to go.
Dolan is
Right.
I'll
proper
go with my pace.
Rocky Horror.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've got a 3-inch heel on them.
Okay. You're quite a selection of shapes and sizes, aren't you? It just takes a moment. It just kind of picks out a few for each one of you. He
That'll
holds
be the
up a
ale.
couple of different types against you. Please don't touch them. As he comes closer to you, he just kind of tries to hold them up against you from a distance. I think these will do. He does the
I'm
same.
just going to breathe on him.
Yeah. He does the same for each of you.
Well, I
He
would
looks,
say.
Just wipes his hand down on his shirt and then.
Oh.
Oh, they look good today.
and he eventually presents each one of you with a pair of these pristine, sheenful galoshes. They all have a lovely sheen.
They're a dark green, not like
Yeah.
not an emerald.
A reasonably dark.
Have you got anything
green.
in matte?
There's not obviously anything in matte on the side. They all have this slight sheen to them,
Okay.
which catches the light a little. They're very tight.
We'll wear them in, Thorin. It'll be okay.
They're very tight. They're
They
fitted.
squeak when we
Well
walk.
fitted.
Yours do. Yours definitely do.
So, and you hand him the gold.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And please leave my shop.
With a pleasure.
He just puts the gold.
I don't know why you people design things to keep you dry.
This is the communal card, but it belongs to Zolan. As he,
Yes, I haven't got 5 of those.
as he was the
but
first.
just
If
yet.
you would all like to pass
Pass it
around and
around,
read.
pass it around.
Oh.
Ignore any speed penalty when crossing difficult terrain on land. You may also add +1 modifier to persuasion checks.
Ooh. Is that even after you've gone through the difficult terrain? 'Cause you'd be
And is
covered
this
in-
even
be covered in mud.
outside of this
Anybody?
city?
Yeah, so according to that, yes.
It's the height of fashion.
Galax
but you get to
galoshes
try.
are warm, waterproof black boots with a remarkable sheen, white and furry interior. They're as comfortable and practical as they are stylish. They really catch the eye.
You know, I'm glad we bought these.
Catching the eye is exactly what we need right now.
I feel great.
So all 5 of you now have these
I actually
slightly
feel,
shiny trousers.
I actually feel fantastic.
They're very free moving.
I do. Ooh.
Welcome to
yes.
the club, Malcolm.
I can see why you enjoyed these
They're so
much.
comfortable, I don't like it.
It's like a second skin.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Well, luckily, because I don't normally wear pants. So this is good.
Why don't any of your role-playing characters ever wear pants?
It's a thing. I disagree with pants.
Shall we go
Right.
to
We need haste.
town hall?
Haste.
town
We need
hall.
haste. It's great to see you,
Who
Norris.
is haste?
We need to make haste.
Okay.
To the town hall. You know the town hall?
No.
To the town hall. Follow us.
Should we march
We've got some
across?
business. Bandits.
Business, bandits. We have to kill bandits, friend. Goodbye.
Let's run.
Our new
A
galoshes.
hop
We
and
can
a skip
run now.
across the ground in our new galoshes.
I will swim. It will be faster.
Give
Galoshes.
almighty.
Under the mud.
Like a kid jumping in a puddle. Out of the shop.
Can we see John anywhere in the town? In the
Not at present. As you leave, there are people milling around. It's not. It's not. There's a lot of people out and about in the mud. You notice as you look around now that there are quite a few people that have similar galoshes. Not all are as fabulous as yours.
Can they persuade us with a +1?
No, it's
There
fabulous.
seems to be a range of galoshes. You
We
suspect
could have
not
bought
all.
cheaper galoshes.
You
to
suspect not all were purchased
Generally
from the
option of
store.
galosh.
As you leave the shop and head back again, you squelch into the mud, but it's nowhere near as difficult to walk through as previously. You find yourself gliding through almost. You
Galosh.
cut through the mud with ease. It's a free
Figure
movement.
skaters in the mud now.
It's quite wonderful.
You
You continue across the square, heading where you were directed to by Monty.
Oh no.
And you hear screaming.
Bamba. It's not Bamba.
Help! Help!
There can't be a fire. He's here.
You notice in the distance, past the inn, towards where the larger creature was originally, you notice that there are people running in that area, and that's where the shouting is coming from. You can't see any fire at the moment, but that's where things are happening.
I'm sure they will save themselves.
Malcolm immediately starts running towards the fire.
Yeah.
He's always one.
We could have robbed Galak.
Can't rob Galak. Virtue awaits us!
Okay, so
On.
you're running in that
Towards
direction.
the fire.
Running towards the
But
fire.
we're still looking
Come on
at
then,
the
let's
sphere.
Yeah.
Towards the shouting.
Is anybody else with Malkin?
Yeah.
I'm following.
Nollis will reluctantly
Not
join him
running.
slightly after everyone else.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out on
I'm feeling energized by my new ability to maneuver through the mud, so I'm running full tilt towards the shouting.
Certainly. And Zolan Thorinir?
Yeah, coming.
Legging it.
Yep, fine. And
Yeah.
then you two are slightly behind.
Nollis is enjoying the fact that he's got muddy feet inside his galoshes. Because he doesn't normally wear shoes.
The grey paste is quite crusty and stiff. So you've got this strange experience whereby your legs are very free moving, but your upper body is all kind of a bit
Is it
crispy.
enough to, like, stop him in combat?
No.
No.
But it's
then
just,
he's going to keep it.
Yeah.
Plus,
he's
inside the boots, it's like walking on Rice Krispies.
That's fine with that.
So you head in that direction, and as you're walking past these, or running past these, there's many buildings on these stilts that look very similar, these wooden buildings within this muddy cavern of sort, or crater that you're in, sorry. And then as you're heading down closer to where the shouting is coming from, you see quite a bit of commotion. Now you can see some smoke rising that you're pretty sure isn't just from a chimney. You can see it emanating from the back of maybe a farmhouse of sorts, or some kind of larger building.
What are the eggs called?
You notice
It's a farm.
You notice for the first time you are now much, much closer to this creature that had fallen, that you assume has fallen down. It's very obvious, the shape and damage to the side of this muddy crater that you're in, and then where this creature is, you can see that it seems to be struggling on one leg. It's almost stood on three legs and it's tried to take the weight off the other one. It's this great big grey-brown hulking beast, huge great legs, much, much taller than you. Two large-ish ears, beady-ish eyes, and then on four legs, and then it's one of them slightly held in the air, and then it's got just these tentacles coming out of its snout. There's probably 8-10 long, 15-foot long tentacles that are stood there. They're just hanging free.
Turn around and run.
They're just hanging free
Oh.
as they're there, and then underneath it, perhaps sheltering it seems, or taking shade underneath it perhaps, is this selection of large, kind of dirty orange, it's tricky to tell if it's the mud or the colour, but dirty orange birds, which are sort of quacking They are relatively tall. You know, they're probably 2 foot tall, quite long necks. Stood on 2 feet. They, instead of wings, they've got these 2 kind of almost humanoid, almost like arms, but they're kind of withered arms. They don't look like working hands. They're kind of like withered arms on the side. And then instead of where you might normally see a wing on a bird. And there's a big group of them.
And they're just holding handbags.
A big,
One of them smoking, throwing cigarettes in the local
big group of dirty orange birds. Sounds like a night out in Southend.
It's probably 8 of these, 8 or more of the adults, and then there's some younger ones within there as well. So this is very obvious, and that stood next to this. So that grabs your attention, but before you have time to dwell on it, you then turn your attention to this smoke that's emanating. There's people kind of screaming and shouting. And you notice 2 or 3 people, particularly 2 men and a woman, that seem to be gathering buckets of water and trying to just clearly put out this fire. You notice here there's an area where there's a particularly high ratio you notice of these little creatures, which you assume were the gambols. They're jumping up and down within this field, more so than you were seeing in other parts.
They're gambling?
Yeah, more so than you would see in other parts of the town. There's a really high concentration of them. They're just all jumping up and dropping down here. And then there's these people desperately trying to put out this fire, which you can now see seems to be on some smaller shed or outhouse or something like that, not part of this main farm. There's a building just behind it which seems to be on fire, and they're desperately trying to...
Okay, so I'll run up to somebody, one of the people with the buckets of water, just sort of try and get his attention, say, is there anybody in there?
No, I don't think so. Come in, help us, grab something. And you can see there are some buckets around. It's not obvious if there's any water in the area. Help us! And this building's just starting to catch, and they're desperately, the water supply isn't big, but they're trying their best to put it out.
I'll grab a bucket and scoop up a bucket load of mud and whick it over the shloop over the top of the.
Yeah,
it's a proper sound effect, that is. Shloop over the top of the burning building.
This music's too relaxed.
I was thinking that.
Too relaxed. Let's
if I can't put it out with water, I'll smother it with mud.
Okay, there we go. Less relaxed. So you're throwing buckets of mud.
Basically throwing buckets of mud.
They're kind of doing the same thing. There seems to be some kind of whatever water was in the buckets is emptied now, and they're doing the same thing as you. They're scooping up. There's definitely a lot of water content in the mud.
Old with a bucket.
Sure. There's plenty of buckets around. There seems like this big pile of them, some of which have some eggs in and things. So the egg collecting buckets of stuff.
The eggs are going on as well. I ain't got time to take them out.
Doing the same thing. And no one else is helping. There's just people stood around, children kind of pointing, a few people laughing, a few people a bit worried. There's just a bit of a commotion around, but there's only these 3 people that are doing anything about it.
I'm going to try my hardest to do a home and throw some water out of my face.
No magic.
But alas, he can't. Still can't. Bloody hell.
How
does he do that?
People are standing around you wondering, why is he looking at the fire like that?
The 3 people are more humbly dressed. They're wearing what you might call workers' clothes. The lady has her hair tied up in a bun at the back. The younger boy who was speaking with you had kind of a shock of orange hair, and then there's an older gentleman there as well who has kind of very pale blonde, very, very pale blonde hair, almost grey, and then a beard who looks slightly older. But they're all reasonably well built and muscular. You suspect this could be their working environment, and they're all just trying to fight the fire as best they can.
I'll carry on scooting.
Thank you for your help. And that's the older man. He picks up the bucket, and he too. Any help is appreciated.
Have we arrived?
Yeah, I'm with the bystanders. Nollis, I have to be honest, I don't think I can help much here. I usually just set things on fire.
Well, Celeste could put us out immediately, but they would hang us. So I think the only correct response is to watch it burn.
Laugh with the children?
Laugh with the children. Are there children here?
There's lots of children around, yeah.
You stupid you should be helping! This is the problem with humans, they are lazy. They grow up lazy. Look, these children are not helping the fire.
One of them shuffles slightly away from you and they're just kind of looking at you and pointing.
Should I put it out? Do you want me to put it
The
out?
child?
Well,
So,
no.
who's fighting the fire at the moment? You two?
Me and
The
Malcolm.
three of you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Between
Malcolm.
the six of you doing it with enough mud going on, you're feeling like you're at very least holding the fire. It's not getting worse, it's not getting better, it's just
Boo!
steady.
Would you say it's the
Try
size
harder.
of a small campfire?
It's probably a large campfire.
Okay.
How big is
I'll
the
keep
fire?
bucketing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let
sure.
it burn!
I'll go and grab a bucket, throw it at Nollis and at Clara. I'll grab another one and throw one at them. And say, don't just stand around. Help!
Let it burn!
Then I could help, but they will hang me if I help.
To help with a bucket.
With a bucket?
What's this?
With a bucket?
Scoop!
The
Throw.
people from my culture who carry the buckets, we don't talk to them.
Oh,
Yeah, putting that out there.
bloody hell.
Well, I fought to be where I am. I do not carry bucket.
I'm going to keep fighting the fire. Grab a bucket!
Oh, come on, let's grab a bucket.
Grab a bucket!
You're gonna have to persuade me, Zoe.
I'll throw another bucket during my persuasion.
Punk.
Do we get no plus ones?
You
because we're
don't need to
persuading
roll
each
off
other?
against one for that. It's you can act it yourselves.
Well,
No,
I
they
got
won't.
a 9.
You win, I got an 8.
Get a bucket!
Okay, Zolan.
God!
Jeepers.
As you come by, I slap your leg as well, like an angry parent. Because I can't reach it properly.
No, don't do the thing.
Get a bucket!
Got the bucket.
No slappy. No slappy. No.
do
Really
it.
appreciate this.
Stay down.
Okay, he grabs a bucket.
As Nollis is throwing the bucket, he's going to turn to all the guys and be like, this is because my friend Zolan told me to. I do not care about your house.
Chloe throws
Well,
the bucket.
And the three of them are all looking at you. Thank you, and they all keep throwing it on. And between the 5 of you plus the 3 of them, after a little while longer, and drenching this as you come closer, some kind of shed or outhouse, whatever it might be, totally drenching it in this mud. At last, it starts to kind of smoulder, die down, and you manage to suppress the oxygen in it enough to put it out.
What have you done to anger the god of the elements?
You're just addressing that generally to them.
Yeah.
It's the. Hang on, let's get back. The tension's over.
The gods.
You don't know the song?
I don't know this.
We'll find Bamba later, we'll get him for you.
You get me caught up.
Yeah.
As soon as you put it out, there's a couple of people from the outside. A couple of people.
Thank you.
Just as quickly as everybody assembled, everybody disperses and kind of
Lazy
a bit
children.
of mumbling and talking in the background. The younger of the 3 of them. He's maybe somewhere in his late teens or early 20s, with this short, well-cropped ginger hair, wearing just a green kind of coverall almost. He turns to you. Thank you.
Celeste saw fit to set your house on fire.
And the woman who's there, who's again slightly older, you suspect could be mother, with her brown hair and a brown frock, she runs over to thinks about running over to you, but then runs over to you, Malcolm, and just gives you a big hug. Oh, thank you, sweet man, thank you. And she runs back across to you, and she just tries to grab each one of you.
Can I contest that?
If you want. I mean, what are you trying to do?
Just strength check her to stop her.
Get a body checker into the mud.
Fucking
Yeah, if you start, if you shy away, she just
Runs
doesn't-
over to it,
just kind of
just
senses
gets
it.
it.
And doesn't it?
People's elbow.
The
I don't think so.
I get +4 attack, but no.
the older man with this blonde white beard and hair comes over to you, Thorny, and tries to shake your hand. Thank you so much. Shake your hand, and he
Thank you
comes around.
so much.
Even to you, Zolan, he kind of checks for a second. He puts his hand down. Thank you, sir, and puts his hand out to you.
Fist bump.
And he kind of grabs it and thank
Grabs
you.
your wrist.
And each one of them, they're just so thankful. and you can see for the first time the lady. She's kind of tearing up. And, I don't know how to repay you. Thank you.
It's just a shed.
Yeah, gold would be good.
Oh, thank you. And she just heads off into another room, and the older man just puts his head in his hands and kind of crouches
How have you
down.
lived so long?
Crouches down
Invincible.
onto his feet,
Apparently so.
and just puts his kind of head in his hands.
We
Takes a
shouldn't,
deep breath.
we shouldn't interrupt him when he's praying.
So what was so valuable about the shed?
And the younger ginger-haired boy kind of overtalks the other man who's about to speak. It's not the shed they're after. It's us. They're and he points up to this big barn that's next to him. This big farmyard barn building that's there. And you can see all these mud splats that have clearly hit the side of the building. Reminds you of the scragging when you get in the mud thrown at you. And you can see within them there are these orange feathers that are kind of attached to these splats that are kind of all over it. At the windows and at the door, just all over it. It's the... it's the...
The Raiders.
No, it's the
bird things.
It's the A-Fest.
The Atheist?
Fest.
Oh,
The
those
A-Fest
birdies.
boys.
Land goose.
A-Fest boys?
Yeah, it's the older man. We've seen a lot of this over the last few weeks leading up to the trade route. You see, it's not just gets draining, on Melodia and the family. It's not your problem.
Is it those hand chickens? The orange feathers come from those
Hands chickens.
Like
hand chickens.
The feathers, yeah, they pluck them and stick them in the balls of mud and throw it at our building, and
So this is not the work of birds, this is the work of other humans.
yeah, like Stolt says, it's the A-Fest
A-Fest.
family. They want us gone.
Ah.
The A-Fest
I won't
family.
bow
I
to
see.
it.
What?
Cool.
You
Well,
are the...
Is this a rival farm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
This
so.
is, this is competition between the two farms, is it?
Yeah, that's it. Who are you guys? I haven't seen you before.
That's not important. We will be asking the question. I'm sorry, I'm just being mean to you. You just had your house went down. This is not funny.
He's kind of, you can see he's just kind of thinking internally. He's
Would you say that you are weaker than the other farm?
weaker is. You can hear just for a second, just some crying in the other room. Just excuse me a sec. Thank you for your help. And he just walks
That's a
back in the
yes.
other room, heading towards
I think
the lady who is crying.
I think this is just a rivalry between him and the other farm. I don't think it's anything that we need to get involved with.
We could burn down the other farm.
Or this farm? The other guy seems stronger.
I could burn down the other farm.
No.
Why don't we...
Let's not burn down anything right at the moment unless we absolutely have to. Let's just go to the town hall.
But this is virtue. We have the option to do something good.
We are doing something good. We're dealing with the bandits.
It's
That's
not
true.
your problem. It's for us to deal with.
What are we going to do? We can't go strong arming into another farm, and
We can...
it's not exactly virtuous if we go strong arming into another farm and lay down the law onto them, is it?
Diplomacy, Malcolm. We'll hear these guys out, and then we'll just go and have a chat to the other guys.
Diplomacy
No
wasn't
swords.
one of Badua's.
No.
That's
We can
not
just- we can
exactly
just-
our strong point.
We can just talk it out. See what's happening, and kick some ass if necessary.
I've had a lot of time to
you guys can
reflect
kick some ass if necessary.
while I was unconscious, and I think that Zolan has had a very bad time of our adventure so far. I think perhaps we should listen to what he has to say some more, because we take him on some dangerous missions, and I think we should respect his wishes. Plus, I kind of want to punch the guy near the farm.
No
That's
punching
weighing
yet.
the decision.
We'll talk
No,
about it.
I will make sure that they
Talk
pay.
about
We'll
punching
talk-
in
we'll
a
You
robot.
know, look. I appreciate you wanting revenge. Do I want revenge? Yeah, of course I do. But
But you are too weak. I understand.
yeah, there's a lot of them. I
Where are they based?
just down over yonder, and he points in the distance. You can kind of make out another what looks like a similar farm building that hugs the crater that you're in. There's a gap. You're in an area where there's not so many of these stilted buildings, a bit more open, and you can see across at what looks like maybe another farm area. Look, my dad's too proud for help, but if you could sort any of this out, well, yeah, you'd have my thanks.
Is there anything you can tell us that... Did you start this feud? Why are they doing this?
It's the trade routes, the eggs.
Trade between two farms which can see each other?
You not from Broga?
No,
So
we're
you
not.
hear the
We're
callus.
we're a delegation.
How
from
did you
Callus.
guess?
You're from Callus.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Oh.
we've been to Callus.
Well,
Didn't
this
notice
is
that.
this is Bergak's eggs. We make we supply the finest eggs in Broga and always have.
Do you supply the tavern? I can't remember.
Yeah, we
did?
They
we
were,
supply
they were
the Flumen Burden.
fine gumballogs.
Yeah, they come from the Gamballs, and then this creature came along a few weeks ago, and we started getting. As soon as there was news of the trade route, it reminded us again of old times, and maybe starting up the farm again. And we used to be friends with the A-Fest, but they're not. They want the route for themselves now.
So
There's a lot of money to be made.
You have started the farm up again recently, and I do not like.
Well, the farm's been going for quite a while, but
Oh, okay.
we're just starting to gear up again now that the trade routes come online. And they're doing the same thing. They were once friends of my dad, and our families go back for generations, but now, yeah, different story, and they're trying to scare us away.
Okay, Zolan, it's your call.
I think...
He kind of grabs a ladder that's nearby, and he starts to just prop it up against the side of the building. He grabs a bucket, and he starts to climb the ladder. He's still listening to you.
the message we had to look after the people. Maybe this is it.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
I mean, if we go and talk to the other farm and we find out one of them slept with somebody's daughter and ran away, that's a family feud. We can ignore that. But
Who did you
if
sleep with,
this is,
Zola?
I'm not slept with anybody.
have you been
know-
putting it around?
You know what
I have
happens
not
in
been
small
here.
towns? People's
Does
families
it?
always get mixed up. It does, yeah. But if it's an internal family feud, we'll leave it alone. But if somebody's bullying for the sake of bullying,
It's just money.
we've got to look after these people.
Okay.
This is yours, Zolan. We follow you.
These
Yep.
boots have changed you.
We just have a chance to
They've
be
made you-
virtuous.
they've made you into an adventurer.
You are so
We're
small
not,
and
we're not
wise.
adventuring yet.
Okay.
But we can, on the way through, only 5 minutes, have a 5-minute chat.
Okay.
It's not a quest.
We set fire to that house.
Well,
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
necessarily.
Not yet.
I appreciate anything you want to do for us, but yeah, I don't know if you'll have much luck.
We're very capable.
We
Well-
are not weak like you. We have fought many battles.
Well, thank you, kind friends.
Okay. Let's head over to the other farm.
It's on the way. We'll go on the way.
Following
You're
you,
cool.
mate.
Yeah.
I like that that man allowed me to call him weak and didn't get angry about it. That either shows he is very strong or he is very weak.
Hopefully very weak. How far is the other farm?
As you can see, it's probably a couple of 100 feet, maybe 150 feet or so.
Is it-
away.
Is it on the way to the tavern?
A bit more than that, perhaps. No, you can. It's not.
Not tavern,
it's
sorry, the
the
town
opposite
hall.
direction. So the town is back. You're at the outskirts of the town. You're right at the crater,
Yeah.
and this seems to be a more maybe agricultural or rural, just end of the town. It's all quite succinct. This town, you can get from one side to the other in just a few hundred feet.
Oh, okay. That's small.
But yeah, it's quite compact.
Okay.
Cool.
What's closest, town hall or the other farm?
You haven't yet seen the town hall building particularly, so
To the other farm
probably
then.
the farm,
Yeah.
probably.
Be 5 minutes. Be 5
All right.
minutes.
All right.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I
5
trust-
minutes.
I trust you, friend.
So you
What could
start to walk
possibly
that
go
way.
wrong?
And you're walking the way you're going. You're going right past this creature and these brownish orange birds. You're And as you get close to them, you start to sense the bird noises just increasing a little
Definitely
bit.
sounds like his night owl self.
Are there any feathers on the floor?
There are feathers on the floor. Yes. That you also for the first time notice this group of children that are kind of watching you, that are fairly nearby you, and there's a range of ages. You've probably got as young as 5 up to 9 or 10, and they're just kind of looking at you. Just
I'll show them my boots. It's obviously the boots, guys. Let's keep going.
why don't you kiss one?
Malcolm picks up a lump of mud and wags it in the direction of these children, but clumps it into a mud ball and
Sure.
Really
make a
hard
ranged attack.
notebook.
Just without proficiency, just a normal ranged attack.
This is the part of the story where
3.
Malcolm killed a child.
that's a 7.
Okay, it just kind of moves to the side. Ah! Go on, kiss one of the birds.
I'm going to approach one,
Okay.
and I'm going
Have you
to
ever dealt with children before?
just attempt to...
Is this the birds or the children?
just, like, hey, little bird.
Oh, it's the birds. Oh.
Okay, so you're making an animal handling roll.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Do it with disadvantage because there's a lot of them.
I've never seen one of these before.
You're trying to.
And they look so friendly.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
It's gonna be
Oh.
It is a 12.
A 12.
It could be less. It could be less.
They're all kind of. There's a big group of them, and you notice they look orange. Now you've seen them, but they're brown because of the mud. But they seem to be a reasonably vibrant orange. Again, they're quite tall, and they're all under this creature. The creature doesn't pay you a huge amount of attention. As you're closer to it, this red Ronk Swampie, you notice, certainly that it seems to be in a little bit of pain. It seems to be struggling in some way. That's what you notice the most. So these creatures just kind of
Can
looking at
I
you.
get real close to one of these
Kiss it.
little
Kiss it.
kissy birds?
Yeah.
And
You'll become king.
I just want to
He's gonna become king.
maybe pretend to kiss it,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna ask, hey, what's up with the big guy? And I'm gonna use my speech of the woods, because I can converse with beasts. And
Does it have to have an intelligence score?
No, there's nothing like that.
Cool.
But they can't relay sophisticated concepts, just kind of what they've seen, what they've heard.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you saying?
Hey, this big old thing here. What's wrong with it?
Shade.
Shade. It wants shade? So unsophisticated.
Shade. Go on, kiss it. You'll become king. A couple of the kids are kind of laughing.
Nance is gonna be laughing too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kiss it.
Sure.
In I'm gonna have a chuckle and I'll just have, alright. Kiss its head.
I'm gonna kiss it.
I'm
Okay.
gonna kiss its head.
Give me an animal handling roll, please.
I want somebody to make a gif of Jack going
17.
My new messaging tone.
Yeah.
For the Facebook conversation group we've got. Every time. There's a message.
You kiss it.
He likes you.
Go on. And it just kind of stays there. A few of the others are. We're going to take a break there.
I want a gif of that.
Awesome. Okay, Dragoonies, thank you very much for
Him
watching
get
so far.
absolutely mauled.
Quick break shortly.
Could you top me up, please, dear Zolan?
Yes, I can.
So,
Anybody for some Pepsi Max? Pepsi Max?
recently you've had no questions for us.
Want a Maxi?
We've had no questions for you. So this week we will do a simple 6-question pub quiz on die roll.
A quiz. As much as you would like.
I've got your messages in front of me. The person who wins this pub quiz will win
The
my
adulation
personal,
of the masses.
exactly, my personal respect, which you cannot buy.
I'm not going to
I've
use
heard that you can.
Which
Actually.
facility?
And it's quite cheap.
The
Currency.
The trampoline. The
So please let me know in the chat if you are ready for the first
Conservatory
question
is what I would.
of the die rolling pub quiz.
The die rolling.
Pub quiz.
I need to wee, but I'm so excited
I'm
that I
going
might just
first.
stay.
Do I do? I wear
Die
very
rolling
short
pub
socks.
quiz.
Die rolling pub quiz. Okay, question one. We start on question one. I assume
Loose
we
wing
start-
is ready.
Okay.
Lovely. Okay. First question. I want to see the correct answer in the chat. And you get, I don't know, some form of point for being the first person to give the answer.
First person. Wow.
We will send you
Are you-
a strawberry lace.
Yeah.
No
In the post.
die rolling people, please
Okay.
don't give the answer.
I get
It's
very
like
excited.
we're going to know the answers anyway. It's
What
us.
is the name of the captain of the guard in Callus?
Oh, I actually know this one.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick
Do
tock,
do
tick
do
tock,
do do
tick
do
tock,
do
tick
do
tock,
do do
tick tock.
do.
There's like a 20-second delay on the chat, so
I
So
know
a
this. I know
little
so
bit of
bad.
time.
a little bit of time.
Bit of delay on the chat there. Don't worry about it.
Oh. Do I have to do the boo again?
All the time. Come on, chat, you can do this. What is the name of the captain of the guard in Callus? Lovely, Happablap. It's actually Vilnos, but I'll give you Vernos. It's very close. What? Fantastic.
So loose. So loosey goose.
We are Loosey Goose. We're a friendly,
loosey-goose.
friendly stream. Question number 2, pub quiz. How many times has Nollis been downed? How many times in our campaign, 15 now episodes, has Nollis been downed?
And the grey goo
Tick-tock,
only counts as
tick-tock,
one.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
I have no
Do you
idea.
even know? Do you even know how many times you've been down?
I think so. I should
Oh,
keep a
right,
tally.
the tiefling. First one, number 5. 5 times has Nollis been down. That is fantastic.
Is that
Well
real?
done.
Wow.
That is very
Thank
good.
you.
I did not expect people to get that.
Thank
Kokoni
you.
says, Listwing says 27. And Kokoni
That
says
must
8,
be
which
correct.
it feels like 8, but it's only 5. Well done, team.
5. Thank you very much.
Third question of the die rolling pub
That's
quiz.
an average of one every 3 episodes.
Yeah. I'm proud of that.
What is the name of the halfling that Claro is obsessed with? What is the name of the halfling that Claro is obsessed with?
What's the point? Why is Claro so obsessed with this halfling?
That's a
That's
good point.
question. That's a good question.
I mean, we all accept that we were sent here to find said halfling, but
Very close. Kokoni wins with Jingo.
And Jingo was his name. G-I-N-G-O, G-I-N-G-O, G-I-N-G-O.
And Jingo was his name.
I'm desperate to sing
Question 3. Question 4. What are the 3 tenants listed by Badua? What are the 3 tenants listed by Badua?
Zolan knows them.
I feel like I'm the only man that has remembered.
No
them.
spoilers, please.
Or gnome, sorry.
I was like, man,
Yeah,
little
only
man.
gnome.
It's the die rolling pub quiz. Give
realise
us
what-
your answers
No,
as
it's gonna
quick
take a
as you
handful of
can.
chocolate and
In the
sweets.
chat, there's 3
In one.
tenants. All very close, Kay.
Chocolate
But
and
not on
sweets.
it.
Oh,
That's a
Not on
whole
it.
bunch of textures that I didn't need.
you're good.
And half a cherry.
None of these are right, are they? What? Hap's not right, is he?
Yep, better choose one.
No, but the 3 of them. Don't.
Oh, right.
Pub quiz.
Spoiler.
Nope.
About half of these people have Googled it.
No one's right yet. No one's right.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, this is the toughest question.
Google's gonna
Top
help.
hit on Google. Badua's 3 virtues. We've started a religion.
We've had no correct answers, so feel free to let you
Oregano.
have another round.
Oregano. Nice.
Another round of answers before we move on.
How many questions do you have? Do I have time
6 questions.
to have a wee and still enjoy the end of it?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Nope.
You guys are kicking yourselves. I love this.
There's
3
2.
tenants.
Chaotic Awesome is 2 out of 3.
Haven't got it yet.
Not yet.
Captain Vilnos.
That is the tenant. Okay, time's up. It is Sage, Virtue and Leadership.
Oh, I said wisdom. It's
Sage,
not wisdom yet. It's sage.
Virtue and Leadership. I had to confirm with
Parsley, rosemary,
Jack.
and thyme.
Correct.
Excellent.
Question 5 of the die rolling pub quiz.
God.
What fake name did Malcolm use in the Baby Scarin'? What fake name did Malcolm use in the Baby Scarin'?
Even I had to look this one up.
I'm trying to think now.
Luckily, I had it written down on my character sheet from back then because I noted it down.
I'm sure it was something really generic,
It wasn't
Dave or something like that.
It wasn't a complicated or fancy
Why
name.
not buy a pint from the Badgering pub quiz?
Nice. Yeah. It's going to be the intro to every podcast now.
Literally no one knows.
What was
Tim is a good choice. Tim. My name is Tim. Oh, Gilbert is close. It's close, but it's no cigar.
Is it?
Gerard.
Ooh, close.
Gary.
Very close.
Garrod.
Are you all even closer?
Remember, you're not playing in
Yeah,
this.
you're not supposed to be playing.
We're not.
Yeah, but we've got as much knowledge as Garrod.
Let's be
Gerard.
Quick reminder, if anyone would like to cheer on the stream, there's now a
Or
cheer
follow us.
thing that happens
function.
on our thing. So
Thanks
just,
so much.
just
There's a thing
yeah,
on
just
the
like to
thing.
raise that. There's a thing. You haven't even seen the thing.
No, I haven't seen the
There's a
thing.
thing.
I'm going to give you all a fake point because you're at least saying names that begin with G and they're very close. The correct answer is Garin.
Garen.
Question 6, the final question of the die rolling pub quiz. Porridge is a member of what species?
I know.
Porridge is a member of what species?
It's in the book.
It's in the
book.
It's in the monkey rescue book.
The Monkey. Have you ever watched a TV show called Monkey World?
Yes.
That's there. This was books wrong.
Really?
It's not far away. It's about an hour and a half from
Is it
here.
really?
Yeah.
The famous monkeys.
Yeah. Monkey World.
Kikoni wins. It is a gloum. Thank you
Hey.
very much.
Well done.
Kikoni also, you got 2 right. So of everyone, you are correct.
The
You
de
have won,
facto winner of the quiz.
and you have won my much wanted respect. People do desire that.
Sought after that.
Sought after.
And a single strawberry lace that you can redeem at any time.
We will send that to you in the cheapest post.
Please follow and subscribe for more exceptional content like that. Cutting edge content. Thank you very much, Clary.
Fantastic. A 6-question pub quiz, die rolling pub quiz 2019. Thank you.
What about a
very
7th
much.
on the fly? Do you think of one right now?
A question number 7.
What was the name we gave to the creature that we fought in the river?
Oh, that's a good one.
Is a good one. Bonus round.
Who was
Bonus round.
He did give that name.
Kikoni still won though, right? It's bonus
Oh
round.
yeah, it's a bonus round.
Just a bonus question to fill up the gap.
You earned that.
Right for the
You earned that.
tiefling.
Oh,
It's
Larry.
Neil.
Neil.
Spelt correctly and everything. Fantastic.
Nice.
Thank
How
you.
do you know it was spelled correctly? We might have spelled it W-N-E-E-L.
Wheel.
Well, Neil.
Wheel the eel.
Wheel the wheel.
Neil the eel.
His
Thank
name
you.
is Wheel. The wheel.
Neil.
Thank you very much, Dragoonies. This has been a fun break. I'll now throw it back at Jack, who looks like he's ready.
Can we just thank Claro? Thank Claro for coming up with this question.
Yes, that was
Well,
good.
Clary,
Very
thank
good.
you kindly.
Bloody good!
Very good show. Very good show.
If you liked the pub quiz, jump on the Discord. Tell me you like the pub quiz, and I'll come up with another selection of
Loves
questions
praise. He
next
absolutely
time
loves
round.
praise.
He worships it.
And he also loves following and subscribing.
Yes.
And there are his 3 favourite things, and a fanatical devotion to the pub.
Oh, excellent. Okay, roll initiative.
Oh, gee.
Serious?
What?
Oh, well, but I'm king now. I'm the king.
Oh, it's not good. It's all right.
Those little brats.
Avengers moment. You wanted it. It's here.
No, when we were
is
playing at the
illegal.
weekend,
We're doing a service to the town.
I was rolling nothing but 20s, 19s, 18s.
It happens, doesn't it?
It was absolutely
It's
fantastic.
the power of Comic-Con. You roll 9s and 20s only, and then you come back to the actual session. It's like, cool, that's a 2.
I went to Comic Con. I played 2 minutes in a campaign with the Josh, and he killed me.
He died 2 minutes in. Josh killed him.
Josh killed me.
He barely had time to open his mouth and say what he was doing
Yeah.
before
And he
he
says,
You
disappeared.
did miss the bridge.
You missed the bridge. Oh, what happens? You're dead.
Dead.
Really? Yeah, you're dead. I was like, oh.
No
okay.
saving throw?
Yeah.
No, dead.
Can I react to grapple? No, you're dead.
Initiative, please.
Roll better.
Sorry.
It's 12.
12.
13.
Thank you.
10.
That's not good. 12 also.
Am I
12.
going first?
Decided
though?
between yourselves and
19.
Do you wanna go first or second?
No, 19.
First or second?
Scrag for it.
Both 12.
Second.
okay.
Scrag for it.
So,
You are faced with a situation where, as the second that Thorinir kisses this one particular mangoose,
what you mean?
Mangoose?
These very
Oh,
jealous
right down.
creatures.
I've kissed another man's mangoose in there.
as soon as you kiss the
Kiss another
mangoose,
man's
I
mangoose.
kiss the mangoose and I like it.
it doesn't react to you. The other 7 do. The other 7 just turn to you straight away, their wings flapping as they start to waddle at full speed towards you. First up is going to be Malkin. You're the first to react. So where you are, you've got in front of you, probably 15, 20 feet in front of you, you've got this great big creature, this kind of 20-foot long, probably 15-foot
Forgot
high
about the
creature,
massive creature.
with these tentacles from the front of its mouth.
He's
from the front
probably
of its
fine.
snout.
He's probably fine.
Right, you're right up against the edge of this cavern where it looks like it's slid down. You can see it's all covered in mud down one side as well. You can see then at least kind of 8 fully grown mangooses,
These mangooses.
which is the plural of mangoose.
Mangooses.
Mangai?
Mangooses.
Yeah, mangooses.
Mangai? Mangoo?
And then there's some younger ones there as well.
So the fully grown ones, how big are they?
It's probably 2 foot tall. The body is about a foot, and then its neck and head is another foot kind of combined. You've got this group of children 30 feet behind you. There's kind of a fence to your left where this other farm starts, and then back behind you 40 or so feet is this basically where the fire was and everything.
Okay.
You're a little bit away from the main area. Doesn't seem like there's many other people around apart from this one small group of children. All the children, notably, have very, very pale hair, almost pigmentless.
Okay. Okay, I will... First thing I will do is I will put out my hand and in my most commanding voice say to the mangooses, "Stop!"
Sit.
Do you have anything that's going to aid you doing that?
Loud voice.
Herbalism kit.
Galoshes. Plus 1 on persuasion.
Fantastic galoshes.
No, not
You beat me
really.
to it.
Okay.
No.
You can attempt an animal handling
I've got a
check.
+2 on animal handling, so...
Yeah, you can check. You can attempt that with disadvantage because they're furious.
Furious.
But I'm such a good kisser.
so that's 13.
Thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah. So they're gonna start to. One of them looks up, gives you a, and kind of starts to walk towards you. It seems.
That didn't do anything.
Doesn't-
Okay, so I'm going to pull out my quarterstaff, and I'm just going to reach out, and I'm just going to dunt the first one on the top of the head. Not a killing blow, just a pock on the top of his head.
That's what you try and. So you're not making an attack.
I'm not. Well, it's kind of an attack. I'm not. I'm not trying. I'm just.
So just a non-killing blow.
Yeah,
Oh,
just.
Sidious over there.
I'm
So
not.
basically non-lethal damage. but-
Yeah, a non-lethal attack. I'm just trying to stun this one and maybe make the
No,
rest
it's
of
not
them
working.
aware that coming any
We're
closer
fighting
might not be a
geese.
good idea.
Okay. Fine. So
I'm hoping they've got some
Furious.
modicum of intelligence.
And
if you want to make your attack roll,
extremely powerful.
That's 10 plus 4 is 14. Yeah, sorry, no, that's plus 5. That's 15.
15 will hit.
Okay. So I'm going for a non-lethal. So it's quarterstaff. I'm using it one-handed. So d6 plus 3. That's 4 bludgeoning damage.
4
I'm
bludgeoning
going for
damage.
I'd like to make it quite obvious. I'm going for a non-lethal hit here.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not trying to kill it.
Sorry.
So
Men geese, I'm sure, will know the difference. If you ever smacked a goose with a stick, it really...
So you hit it right on the top of the head. As you hit it, its neck just buckles and it falls down, and you certainly strike it pretty firmly on the head. You're surprised it doesn't go down, actually. You give it a good old knock, and it looked like it really perturbed it.
But it hasn't sort of sent them all scuttling away.
Doesn't seem to have at the moment. So anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, I've got another attack, so I'm going to hit the one next to it.
Okay, so there's two kind of right next to one another. The one you've hit, and there's one pretty much adjacent to it as well.
See if by hitting a second one, I can drive them all, make them all change their minds about this course of action. Oh dear, that's a 1.
A 1. So you attempt to strike this other creature, and despite your fabulous galoshes, you kind of slip and prevent yourself moving any further. You just totally misstrike it. Okay.
Oh, that's lucky. I thought I was going to kill it by accident.
Okay.
Oops! Tear its head off with a
volley it over.
Didn't mean to do that.
So there's two slightly smaller ones. They're still at least, they're not babies. There's two slightly smaller ones though, and these are the first ones to run at you, Thorinir, from the side. The second you kissed it, they just go running towards you, and you instantly. The children are in hysterics behind you. They're just laughing their heads off.
You had to kiss the birdie.
Oh, I want to be king. I just want to be king. Just can't wait to be king.
Just can't wait to be king.
So there's two of them, and they both kind of come at you at the same time. These littler ones, and
Surely my galoshes are going to protect me.
12 to hit, and this is kind of a combined attack
12
between the
damage
two of
then. I
them.
was like,
Nay! I've got galoshes.
Misses. So,
Shiny
they're
leather.
really scrabbling and biting at you. As they open their beak for the first time, you realise they've got little teeth.
Of course
There's
they
little teeth in
A
there.
risky kiss.
Yes. And they bite at you.
I'm suddenly remembering what happened when we met moles and tiny little.
Why do all the
salamanders.
animals want to kill us?
Anything else you want to do, Thorinir?
Can I do anything?
You've got movement. You've got full movement.
So I can just move.
They might strike at you, but you have movement.
No, I'll hold my ground.
Okay.
Can I just be like...
Whoa.
Yeah, surprisingly intimidating. There's
Whoa.
6, 7, 8 of these pretty big birds that have suddenly, from being relatively,
Sounds-
defensive, they've become suddenly hostile the second you kiss it. Very unusual.
Sounds like a DM hint. I'm going to step back a few while going, whoa.
Yeah, so you're going to try and break away from them.
Disengage. You can
You hear
disengage.
Claro make a.
I'm gonna hear the Claro hint and just stay.
You're
Going,
kind of walking back a bit and then walking forward a bit.
Yeah,
Not quite sure.
I'm just trying to dazzle them with my shiny boots.
Sure.
But yeah, you could disengage with your movement, so you just move back a little bit, right?
That bite my bum.
Maybe.
The after hang on, I said you've got movement. It wasn't your turn. You don't have movement. Yeah, you can't move on someone else's turn. It was the Mangoose's turn,
the
wasn't
Mangoose's
it?
turn.
Yeah, sorry, I went
Oh,
temporarily mad.
This is
Gone
why I asked.
mad.
Temporarily
It's gone
mad.
mad.
So yeah, you can't move. Apologies.
Yeah, but it's
Good
apologies.
job you said that.
I know, I'm out of phone. We haven't had combat for a little while, have we? I'm all discombobulated. After those two, there are two more that come at you from the other side, Thorinir. These ones don't seem as muddy as the other ones. They're just a bit. You can see actually quite clearly. They're bright orange. These birds, really vibrant, deep, kind of fiery orange, and they come over to you.
Cheap fake turn.
They come over to you exactly the same point, and one of them kind of jumps up at you almost over your boots and tries to take a
Nibble my knees.
bite at your hand, basically. And the other one's right behind it as well.
Jeez, I'm just defending now, aren't I?
And not rolling very well though. 10. Right, so that you're just feathers now flying everywhere. You're right under this creature, which seems to be a little bit bothered by the events and certainly paying some attention to what's going on. And you just see this.
Why do I get the feeling that
You
that
see
creature's
Thorinir
going
bend over and kiss the bird, and then just feathers go up, and the birds just start flocking at him.
I think we should be standing right next to the creature.
We then go to Zolan.
Oh.
Zolan's going to look at Thorinir to get some indication what we do.
These things are about eye level to you.
I've got the note to ask Thorin before doing anything, unless it looks like it's about to bite your head off. And I don't know. Normally we would just shoot, but I'm trying to get your attention to. Do we attack? Do we wait?
Can you speak to me or?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I genuinely don't. You know, they've just tried to nip me a couple of times. I don't think they're very dangerous. They're just little things that, you know.
Okay.
There's a lot of birds around you. It's probably about all you can get.
Have you ever been?
Lots of little things.
Have you ever been bitten by a goose?
No.
I remember a walk through the park once, and there was like a whole flock of Canadian geese that went to attack me. And you've got to run at them like a scarecrow, waving your arms around. So I'm going to run towards Thorin and not into combat and just make loads of hooting noises, flailing my arms.
How do those noises sound then?
Like that, running in. That's the plan.
I
Okay.
think he's got the
No,
right idea.
I
you
knew
know?
that everyone's anecdote of being attacked by a goose was going to come out during this. I was once attacked by a goose.
Can
The
you
Canadian geese are
can
very
you give
aggressive,
me
those things.
again with disadvantage because there's so many of them?
Okay.
Can you give me an intimidation roll?
Oh.
Do it.
12
I believe
to
in you.
start, That's alright. 15 to 12, intimidation. Where's
Incredible
intimidation? That is 13.
You get
13.
+1 to your intimidation.
I do, yeah.
2 feet tall.
Nice.
Yeah, I do.
You're a tiny old man. How do you have +1 to your
I've got
intimidation?
a proper scowl, like an old man.
Some serious
A
eyebrows.
disapproving scowl. You know, an old man looks at
That's
you
true.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's
One of those.
there's another two which are slightly behind that they haven't engaged with anybody yet. Most of them don't seem to react because they're mostly focused on Thorinir and Malkin. But there's two that haven't quite got there. As you're waving your arms, they look to kind of start flapping their own wings and just start. It seems like there's two that might be reacting.
Oh,
to
nice,
you.
cool. That's what I want to do on my turn, yeah.
Okay, and where are you finishing? Just nearish
Right in the
them,
middle.
but not.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting close.
You're
I'm
not
not
in
getting.
LA,
No,
but
I'm not
you're-
getting close to them.
You're
but
quite close to them.
I'm
Okay.
just going to
Where are you
run. Yeah.
finishing? Halfway through.
Nonetheless.
No, it's not still laughing.
Yeah.
Still
The kids are just wetting themselves.
This is pretty funny. I thought that they was going to bite him. And while he's doing it, he's like laughing. He's just getting an arrow out. And he's just going to fire it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Any particular ones?
No,
There's
it's
like 4
just
attacking Thorinir. There's a couple with Malkin. There's a few running away.
No, but he's probably firing into the crowd, really. It's probably something close to the.
So probably the closest ones are the two that are fighting
Yeah, something
with
like that.
Malkin at the
That'll
moment.
do.
The one that's got clonked on the head.
He's laughing a lot, so he's probably not going to make a good shot, but we'll see. Oh, it's not bad.
Are you going for the one that was clonked on the head or the one next to it?
One next to it. Why
Okay.
not? So that's 19 to hit.
That will hit.
And that
You're
is.
not lethal with an arrow.
That's
I
5
wouldn't expect
damage.
Thorin to do anything.
5 damage. So
Yeah.
you hit this one on the head. The one next to it is all this chaos, just orange all around you. This creature's starting to kind of. It's certainly bothered this larger creature. You hit it on the head, and as you do so, you notice this arrow just straight through the body, where the neck and the body are joined. This arrow just pierces it, and the propulsion from the arrow fires it back, and it goes flying into the air a few feet and lands a little bit further back.
At least it
Just
didn't impale
totally,
it on
for a
the leg
moment
of
or
the
two,
big
it
creature.
kind of writhes on the floor, writhing, and then it stops doing that, and its head just sinks into the mud.
Non-lethal's out of the window then.
So Nollis, for his movement, is just going to put away his short bow, draw out his shield and his short sword, and almost mocking himself says, "Reveal to me your secrets, man goose!" and runs into the fray.
Malcolm is trying really hard to keep a straight face in all of this, but he's not holding well.
So where are you roughly engaging?
Probably nearby. So in front
You got
of.
Malkin's got one next to him, and then underneath this red Ronk Swampie,
We've
you've
ignored
got-
that. That's probably
you've got-
fine.
There's like 6 birds, 4 of which are attacking Thorinir, and then there's 2 that have been a bit startled by Zolan crazily running and flapping. his
Probably
wings.
alongside Thorinir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. So Nollis appears beside you, Thorinir. We go to you, Clarion.
Oh,
No.
I was hoping we would
No,
deal with
I
the
didn't do it.
situation
I didn't do
before
it.
we got to this point.
I didn't know magic. No magic has been used.
No.
Naughty sheets.
Malcolm.
Naughty sheets.
Malcolm.
He's looking at his naughty sheets.
Malcolm is doing everything. No.
You start to smell that. Smell that static
I
smell.
so want to turn around to those kids and just be like. He draws his knife, runs in
To the kids.
Up
To
to
the kids.
up to Nollis and whatever is in front of me as a stab.
Okay, so the ones by Nollis and Thorin here.
Yes. Sure. This is not the coolest of combat.
Do you want, so go ahead. Yeah,
Give me one and
an
make a
attack roll.
make-
Combat
stab,
isn't
yeah.
cool, Claro. I'm saying that.
It's only 11 to hit.
Okay, that will do.
Yeah, cool.
I'll do it. We're just going to massacre some birds. I hope.
4, yes, it's 6 damage.
6 damage. So you strike down into its sternum ribs. You make an incision, slice down into this bird, and blood just spurts out of it onto the mud, and its body just makes this horrible noise, and falls to the ground and stops engaging.
So we find out these are like a sacred birds or something.
Clara's not proud of this. Like, yeah,
Why?
we're
This is
fighting
great.
woodland
This
creatures.
is hilarious.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Just stand with regret. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So, yeah, that's three kind of engaged generally with the group of you,
Yeah,
and
that's
there's
fine.
2 more slightly behind, nervous of Zolan's
That's right. I'm
intimidating run.
terrifying.
We go to Thornir.
Just to go off.
Now you can move if you want to, Thornir.
So what have I got around me?
You've got Claro and Nollis, and then you've got 3 of these creatures just flapping all around, these feathers everywhere. One of them's just been slaughtered to the side of you. Zolan's running, flapping his arms, going, ah! What was the noise?
I can't remember.
Yeah. Anyone even remember the noise?
That'll do.
And then there's a couple in the background. There's some younger ones as well. There's some, certainly for the first time, you notice some basically chicks that are there.
We'll keep that.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna see how well Zolan deal with the situation and imitate. I'm gonna
Okay.
chase the bigger ones.
Fine. So you're attempting also to intimidate them. Again, these seem very, very hostile. So I'm going to have to give you disadvantage on attempting. There's a lot of disadvantage going on tonight. On attempting to get rid of them. But yeah, so intimidation with disadvantage.
But it's a really friendly animal handling style intimidation.
How's that going?
What are you specifically if you're imitating someone, that's an intimidation.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's
I
intimidation.
was
then.
frightening.
It's
20!
disadvantage,
It
though,
is
isn't it?
disadvantage.
Two
so
20s.
mean.
Come on.
God!
Two
Two
20s.
20s.
So mean. That's good.
That's good though. It's 18, is it?
18, yeah.
18. Okay.
Plus for intimidation?
Plus 0.
Oh.
Oh, you're not very intimidating.
Okay. So
Bit
the
of
one, the one next to you, which is the one next to the one slightly cleaner, more orange one that was next to where Claro is, it just for a moment as you're doing that, it kind of backs up a little bit. It doesn't seem to be running away, but it's backing up a little bit away from you, and you're kind of almost advancing towards it, and it's taking a step back to match with you.
Goose stepping.
Yeah. Man goose stepping. Anything else you'd like to do?
Just no.
Okay.
Just no.
That's correct.
That's insane wing flapping. You feel from behind you some mud splats being thrown just to the side of you, and a couple of the children are kind of talking nervously. And a couple of them, let's get out of here. A couple of them kind of run back,
Fucking
but you're not paying too much
Kill
attention to
those
them.
Fucking
After Thornir,
another find in the mud.
you know the
Probably put
creature,
stones in
the
the
red
wrong
Ronk
mud.
Swampie, turns its
Oh,
big
jeepers.
head, and you see these tentacles kind of brush over you. It's a very dry tentacles. They don't feel.
He's on our
It's not
side.
like an
Yeah,
octopus.
I think
It's
on our
dry. Kind
What
of
do you reckon
arid,
the odds of
scaly
that are?
tentacles, and it just kind of brushes over you, Claire. You just kind of feel it against your back, and they're like heavy things, and it all just gets a bit shadowy and dark. And it's just turned its head to generally look you. It's kind of right at you, Zolan, looking straight at you. These little beady eyes and these huge tentacles that drag down and hit the floor, and it's not doing it. It's still kind of limping and in a bit of pain. makes a deep sound. Hasn't moved yet, but it's kind of looking generally in your direction.
I was thinking since
We go around
it's literally a god.
to the one that you
great
clonked
sleeper
on the
awaits.
head, Malcolm. It is attempting to bite you on
The
nose.
neck.
12.
No.
Okay, yeah, again, it's clearly disorientated after you whacked it. It's almost a reaction rather than a proactive thing that it's sentiently decided to do. It just pecks at you.
I see that.
And that's all it is doing for the time being. How did I get my paper wet? How did that happen? Maybe I've been dribbling.
With so much excitement.
Home.
It's a good set.
Okay.
You homed it.
Right, there's the two in the background that are flapping their wings, startled, that have run slightly back, and they once again turn around. They look like they were going to come towards you. Zerlin, you scared them away for a moment. After escaping for 10 feet or so, they once again turn around and start to head back towards you guys. The one that, interestingly, the one that you kissed is still just kind of
Gazing up at
just
you,
still
right.
kind of stood there. It's walked back a few steps, but it's not attacking you. It's
Big
kind of,
Bambi eyes.
just kind of stood there.
I should kiss them all.
We go to Malcolm.
Okay, I'm gonna reach
Kiss
out.
it.
Reach out and touch faith.
I'm gonna grab this bird by the neck and just break his neck.
Oh my god!
Okay, make an attack roll. An
Doesn't
unarmed
take
attack roll.
This is very unlike Malcolm.
12 plus 5, 17.
He's
Okay.
gone savage.
I've
He's
done
gone
my best.
savage.
You've done your
I've-
best. You've shown all sorts of sage and virtue and
I tried.
leadership.
Well, he's just cut one in half. Frankly, I'm doing it a favour. Persuasion hasn't worked.
They haven't done anything to anyone yet.
I'm trying to bite a couple of people.
I'm trying to persuade
That's
a geese.
6.
6. So really easily, still a bit disorientated from the last one. Take it by the neck, 2 hands, and just twist. You feel the bone snap,
Yeah.
and it just drops instantly. Dead weight.
My second, my bonus attack, I will attack the next nearest bird.
So there's nothing else in melee with you at the moment. You've cleared away the 2 that engaged you.
Right.
Maybe 6-7 feet in front of you is where all this action is
I'll
taking
move
place.
forward and do my bonus action to attack the next nearest one.
Sure, can you do that again after movement? That's okay?
I think
Just to
so.
check on how it's written.
Bonus action.
You can do bonus action in any order you want, right? Oh, it might have to be after
Yeah, it depends
attack.
just
Yeah,
on this
like-
specific rule.
Yeah.
Sometimes if it's a 5 foot, when you have a fighter, you can attack another in 5 foot. Might be that.
If I attack using unarmed strike or monk weapon, take an extra bonus unarmed strike. That's what it says.
Fine with that. Go ahead. So you can move 6-7 feet, and then engage with.
Grab the next clear.
Do you want to go? There's a couple that are near Thornir and Nolus, and there's one that's near Clara and Thornir. So you can choose.
Oh god.
I'll grab the one that's near Clara.
Okay, fine. So just one there.
Same thing.
The one that had slightly backed away from you, Thornir, after you scared it. And you're attempting to do the same
You're
thing.
making orphans.
Same thing. You're trying to snap its neck.
Same thing. I grew up on a farm. Ooh, that's a 1.
Snap your own neck. Oh no!
And when as you try and reach it and grab it, you actually grab one of the tentacles
Oh, no.
from the
No.
red monster. And as you're going to squeeze it, you realise you've made a mistake and decide not to attempt to snap.
Oh.
Alright.
But you're kind of within. You're slightly within these tentacles as it turns its head to you. It's just a little bit disorientating. They're quite smelly, quite an arid, meaty smell.
Meaty
Well,
smell.
they're
So
all-
good.
It's the name I used in the pub.
We don't have tentacles in the forest.
One of these. So the first ones that attacked you, Thorin, are still coming at you. They've obviously not hurt you yet, and they're still attempting to. Again, kind of as a pair, they're attacking you together.
Tag team.
And that will be a 21 to hit.
I bet you
there-
wish I'd broken his fucking neck now, don't you?
That one is going to hit.
I thought it might.
Just under the galoshes.
Where's your character sheet?
So it's got you kind of on the left leg, and it's going to do 4 piercing damage. You feel its teeth just sink through your galoshes.
I didn't pay for these. That's fine.
Galoshes, and you just feel this shooting pain quite high on your thigh, where it digs it in behind your leg. Can you make a Constitution save?
Poisoned. I knew this was going.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, I'm not backing
You're
down.
just
Man.
saving.
Mangoose.
Bloody man.
The poisonous bite of the mangoose.
I've seen this before. This is
Constitution
mangoose
save.
bite.
Okay, so that's a 0.
That's what they were trying to do to that bloke
That's it.
in the hotel room.
11.
Trying to suck out the
you
poison
feel
from the mangoose.
You feel this strange.
Or at least a duke.
You feel a strange kind of almost numbness in your leg as
Your
it
penis.
bites into as it bites
Get the
into you.
Oh,
But
no.
there's no effect.
Oh.
There's no lasting effect. So
Alright,
it
we
feels
know
a little bit
doctor.
numb.
Yeah.
It does fall off though.
Yeah.
And it's still
We know
kind of
someone.
it's just repeatedly trying to bite into.
Thornia's got a few.
It goes so dumb you
Spoiler
don't
alert.
notice.
We haven't got that far yet.
The one
Dance
that's
to the 10 snakes.
the other one, which had backed off just a little bit. It's with Clara and Thorin here next to it, and then Malcolm kind of stuck within the tentacles. It is
Or is it just
hesitating.
It's just hot.
So it's just kind of
here.
it's backed off
No,
from
it's
you
just
where you're
getting warmer.
intimidating it, but now it's kind of hesitating and just readying itself. And it stood there. We go to Zolan.
Is this red Ronk Swampie? We're looking pretty angry. It's looking at me.
So where you can make an insight roll if you want.
Please. Da-da-da-da. 16.
16.
Yeah.
It is.
It's only slightly ajar.
These
I'll
birds
probably
are
go wide.
bothering it.
Oh, they are bothering it. Oh, perfect.
Oh, I say the birds. The interaction between you all, at very least.
Am
is
I near-
fine.
am I near the
Whether
tentacle-
it's the birds or you or whatever. Yeah.
Am I near the
Some-
tentacles?
Pretty close, yeah. You're not quite in melee, but it's probably within 8 feet of you.
Can I head to the tentacles? I want to wrap one in my arm and give it a kiss. And say I mean you no harm and cure wounds on this guy.
Okay, so you're going within the tentacles.
Yeah,
And how are you casting Cure Wounds?
with a kiss.
With
Can I cure it with a
that doesn't
kiss?
work with your
It
character,
doesn't work with a
unfortunately.
kiss. No.
You kiss it and realise that doesn't work.
I'm probably just going to pull out just a nice band-aid bow tie.
Okay.
It's imbued with some nice salves and it'll work its way to a leg. Short
That's
little
better
tie.
than drill-based hypodermic syringe, which I was expecting.
No, yeah.
If, do you want
This
to
is
roll
going to hurt a lot,
Oh,
but
yeah,
you'll feel
do,
better.
yeah. Do I get advantage because I kissed him?
Only works if it's in the bone.
What was it 1d6 plus 2? Can you remember what is it 1d8 plus 2? Whatever.
2d4.
What are you looking for?
I don't have one of those special spell sheets. I only have them.
You got Cure Wounds?
Cure wounds, please. Yes. 1d8 plus your skill.
Spellcasting.
Oh god, I can't remember. What's my ability modifier? What is that?
It'll be whatever you use to cast spells.
You're intelligence, aren't you? You're intelligent?
Intelligence, yeah. Oh, so
So
that'd be
that'll
my
be-
I think so,
plus
for
my
an
intelligence. Int.
Hang on.
I'm such a
Oh,
slick
read your
stream.
sheets, Rich.
Come on.
I don't.
Jeez.
I'm on the condensed sheet.
Jeepers.
You don't know the core rules.
It'll probably be your spellcasting ability, which will be your intelligence plus your level.
Intelligence plus half my alchemist
I'm
level.
just checking whether it's...
Plus your
is-
should be
oh,
plus
Probably
your full
round it
level.
down.
Plus my full level. Yeah,
should be.
rounded.
Why
it is intelligence.
Because I'm only a half caster. I don't know.
Plus.
What are you looking for? Your spell attack bonus? Plus your...
Spellcasting.
At level 2 it was plus
ability modifier.
Plus 5.
This one, this ability modifier. Attack. My spell attack bonus.
No, yeah. So your spell attack bonus is
Plus
your
5.
intelligence plus your level.
Yeah, plus 5.
But it's
Oh.
plus, because you're level 3, right?
Yeah.
So it's 6.
Is it really?
Okay.
Oh, winner!
6.
Does that mean
I've still got your level
top
2
right up?
sheet.
Have I? Cool.
Yeah.
So that's plus 6. That's 11 health then.
There you go. Fantastic. Thank you.
Jeepers.
You might want to mark that on your sheet that you're plus 6, not plus 5.
Very true. I didn't know that. Shut up.
Okay.
I'll
Stressful.
correct that.
After you use Nolan, Nollis.
Nice, he's still laughing. With his short sword, he's just going to take a big arcing swathe through the birds.
Yeah.
So whatever's in front of them.
So you got two that are kind of both preoccupied with Thorinir, but to the point where you're probably flanking them.
Are they the little ones?
Yes.
Oh, jeepers. Cool. He's gonna cleave one of them.
You're basically right behind them.
So
and
it's flanking,
they're just
right? So
focusing on Thorinir, so you've got advantage.
Good, because that's a 3. Oh, it's not good.
A 5. Well,
That's only a 10. Only a 10.
A 10.
10.
Match.
Hits.
Yeah, if it equals or exceeds, is a hit.
I'm trying to not give
I
away
fumbled
what
my
it was
dice and
back.
rolled a 1. Gutted. So that's only 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay, so you strike this creature. It's kind of pecking Thorinir at the same time, so you take a real slice down its back, kind of cleaving through almost where its spine is, cleaving through the back of it. A load of feathers fly up in the air. And you take a large piece of skin with it, and you do a reasonable amount of damage.
Extra crispy.
But it is not dead.
We are going to eat so many mangooses.
Anything you want to do, nice?
No, he's still giggling to himself. I think
Okay.
he's just going to stay very much in
You're
his
having way too much fun with this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Can I look behind me and just see if the kids have run away?
Sure. Yeah. So you stare back. A few of the younger ones have. There's one or two older ones that are just kind of looking at you, and one of them's just like, whoa, they're kind of really. This is just hilarious to them.
So they can see everything we do.
Yeah, they're wide-eyed. They maybe can't see Zolan and Malcolm so well because they're kind of within the tentacles of this creature, but you've got a clear line of sight back to them.
Okay.
No. No.
Fine. I stab the one.
Malcolm looks out from
Nollis
amongst the
is
tentacles and looks very pointedly at Claro and says, "No."
Go ahead.
Being good. I haven't electrocuted
no, it's
anything.
only 6. It's nothing.
6, yeah, not going to do it. It's just manages to move its
Well, I
neck
should have done
away.
so much more.
He says. Anything else you want to do, Clary?
I'm not going to disengage. I'll just stay where I am.
Yep. Thorinir.
I am in a melee, am I?
You got 3 birds still pecking at you, one side and 2 the other side.
Jeez.
You've got all everyone's very close to you,
Okay.
and there's 2 just behind them which were fleeing but seem to be returning.
Okay. Well, I am just gonna.
It's actually only 10 health. I only have a +5.
Okay.
So it's only 10, not 11.
Why?
It's my
It's proficiency bonus, isn't it?
proficiency and spellcast. And my
Proficiency only
and
increases every
intelligence.
2
Different to
levels.
mine.
For
Interesting.
me.
It's different for alchemists. Interesting. Sorry about that.
That's all right, not to worry.
Go for Thorinir.
I'm excited. I realised I had sweeties in my bag. I got excited.
I'm
Gonna
also
hunker
excited.
down,
I'm excited for a Coda Bowl.
take a huge breath in,
Thank you, Malcolm.
and when I breathe out, you don't see anything. You just smell skunk.
Oh,
You just smell so
No,
much.
we're all within
skunk.
5 feet of each other.
Okay.
Oh, we're never gonna get rid of the smell.
It's
Sweet.
pungent.
Yeah.
The smell.
Okay. Okay.
I
Thank
can
you, Thorinir.
taste it.
Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, bugger off would be a good idea.
No, all good.
Okay. There's an incredibly unpleasant smell. Disgusting, like vomit. Really, a couple of you are probably retching.
I've got a high constitution. I love it.
The red Ronk Swampie again moves its tentacles back to the front. So you 3 or you 2 become kind of exposed again. You're out of it, and
Atomic breath. Broga.
it's moving quite slowly. But it's it's moving more than it was previously. It's not actually physically moving. Its body and its head are more animated than they were previously.
Yeah, I'm giving you a mental high five.
Tart, the cola bottles, aren't
Yeah,
they?
aren't Try
we
strawberry.
go over to
What we got?
the so the two that had
Cheeky.
run a little bit away. They return running back, and they are going to head towards Nollis, who's probably the closest of the group.
Oh, don't hit him.
Oh,
Nollis
no.
is the closest of the
Oh
group.
no.
And they're coming up to you, and one of them
Slash
runs
you.
directly at your sword arm and
No.
tries to take a bite at it.
It's got a 19
It's
AC.
going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
It 11 to hit. Oh, sorry, that is with advantage because the other one is helping.
What?
14 to hit.
Oh
We're
jeez.
all right. We are
Oh,
okay.
jeez.
As they're pecking at you, you're kind of parrying them away. Don't do it.
No, no!
Oh no! I'm so scared.
No, scared of birds.
Okay.
Good impression.
I will
good.
reverse the grip on my quarterstaff and take my favourite move. I will take a couple of steps forward and swing the quarterstaff at the nearest bird. Full underarm golf swing, one-handed.
Mhm.
Whack.
Sure. So,
Uppercut.
is this the one that's been damaged already? Because there was one that had
Yeah.
a good slice to it.
Yeah. Fine.
Yep.
Bam.
That's 10.
10 hits.
Good one.
Just.
D6 plus 3. That's just 4.
Fine. So as you strike it, it's already taken half. Nollis took half its back out, and
What do you
you
wanna do?
strike down and
No, up.
uppercut it
Yeah.
across the beak and face, and knock it out straight away with a single strike, and it is downed. It is felled. Are you still non-lethaling?
Well, technically, yes.
Yes.
I'm not trying to kill anything apart from the ones that neck I broke. But
Okay.
Technically, yes, from that one.
I don't want to kill any of you. I'm so sorry, but no, you make me.
Okay. So that one falls to the ground, just black.
and
out
I'll
straight
take
away.
my follow-up strike on the
one
other
right next to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are the smaller ones you're
Yeah.
attacking. At the
And
moment.
this is a sort of backhanded swipe across the beak kind
Go
of
ahead.
thing.
Ooh.
What is every single time you roll that dice twice?
Is it another one? Ooh.
Another one.
Okay.
Blimey.
So this one,
Missed.
Backhand snots.
yeah,
No, I didn't do that. No.
yeah, this one you attempt to strike it, and you just get again stuck in the mud. In effect, your quarterstaff kind of catches.
Hit
in the
Nollis
mud,
right in the backside.
and you just fail completely, and again lose your movement as you attempt to move. Okay, Malcolm, we go after you to the creature that you had tried to attack. It was alerted by your movement as you got a 1, and it's gonna turn to you and attempt to peck at your leg.
Sounds
20
so
to hit,
intimidating.
not natural, not natural.
Yeah, that's a hit.
A hit, and
Couple of pops.
you can do 5 piercing damage. Again, very similar to where Thorny was bit, kind of in
Oh
the
yeah, watch out.
in the thigh. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Watch out.
It's gonna
That's
fall
11.
off your
Constitution
body.
-1, so that's 10.
10. So you feel this again. Very, you didn't experience what Thorny felt, but you too feel this numbing
Burning in your
sensation. It just feels almost like you've got a dead leg, but it doesn't have any beneficial effect.
Dead legs. Yeah.
But you can still move as you would do, but that's how you feel at the
I'm
moment.
getting
Legs are
really,
wild.
really pissed off with these things.
We go round to the one next that was attacking you, Thorny, on the other side.
No, I didn't.
It too is going to and had sunk its teeth
Making third
into
leg
you.
joke.
It's still going at you. It's really pecking at you.
Oh, I thought they hated skunks. I thought I really
11 to hit.
read this.
Now I'm in pain
sorry.
and I stink.
Let me to roll for that. I forgot to roll for that. Carl.
It didn't hit anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, this one is unperturbed by the skunk. I should have rolled for that. But it at the moment is still attacking you at the moment.
Hang on. Shouldn't the other one that bit me have been perturbed?
To be honest, Stu, yes, it should have done. I didn't do that. However, we're okay.
It's technical.
We're okay. It too. They don't seem to be affected by it. These two didn't, but I will roll for the last ones as well. In case, because it's a horrible smell. Horrible.
I don't like it myself.
Yeah. But this one didn't hit
taste
you
it?
anyway.
Does it come out your mouth, doesn't
Can't
it?
taste it.
Zolan.
Come out your mouth. Ooh.
My eyes are burning. It's like cutting onions, the smell.
Yeah, it's just.
Giving everyone
It's worse.
disadvantage.
It's worse the closer you are to the ground as well.
We can we can roll with that.
Yeah, it's really unpleasant,
Oh, my eyes hurt.
but you can still attack.
2 birds left.
There are two. There's one that's kind of attacking, that just attacked Malcolm. There's one that just attacked Thorinir. And then there were two that had turned after temporarily fleeing.
Yeah, I'm going to chase after the ones that temporarily fleed.
Okay.
Flailing my arms again.
So still kind of attempting to scare them away,
Yeah.
basically. So can you make another intimidation roll, please?
Disadvantage?
No, not this time, because there's only two of them.
Very good. 3.
3. You run right through the legs of the red Ronk Swampie
nice to know
at
that
these
we're
birds
on
still
form.
flapping.
Yeah.
And you're running quite close to like the chicks and the younger ones
Yeah.
that are there. And they seem to be more defensive as you're close to these. And they're
Brilliant.
heading back towards you. Anything else you want to do, Zelen? Nollis.
No.
There's one in front of me.
Yes.
He's reluctantly just going to cleave at it.
Go for it.
He stopped laughing now because they tried to bite him. Now he's more angry.
Yeah.
Do I get? I'm still flanking.
Do I get advantage?
Yes.
I love it.
Do I get
That's what it's
advantage?
about.
Oh, at last.
I'll do. So that's 24.
That's, yeah. You're good.
So that is 6 piercing damage.
Love the colour of that
So
D6.
Good, isn't it?
as you strike this one, you slice it right up the neck. You dig it straight into the front of its body, and you slice it upwards, and its neck just splits open at the front, and this blood spurts out from it, and it kind of steps backwards a few times before keeling over, and it's still pulsing, and it's still moving its beak, and its eyes are still kind of open, but it's quite clearly very close to death, and it will die after a moment or two.
Delicious.
Doesn't remind me of all the snacks today.
Anything else you want to do, Nollis?
Oh, yeah.
You're out of melee now.
Out of melee, seeing these approaching birds, he's just going to go and stand in front of Zolan.
Oh.
Okay. So engaging them in melee, but
If they're close enough
yeah,
to
they're kind of
engage, then
just
yeah.
a little bit further.
Then yeah.
Fine. Then we go over to Claro. The kid you notice in the background, or kind of stalk because you were looking in that direction. Let's get out of here. And you notice them just starting to kind of looking at you, but they realise maybe this has gone too far, and they start to
What was that?
head away. Oh, we had something. Read that.
Oh,
Oh, it's far too small.
it's too small.
It's
Roll
now-
Society is now.
Follower, maybe, I think.
Thank you, Royal Society.
Thank
I
you
think
very
that was a new follower. So
much.
thank you very much. We very much appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We love your work and everything you stand for.
Yes.
It's Donald Trump, you know.
Cool. So over to Clara again.
So the kids are leaving but still watching.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Interesting.
No.
That was hosting. That might have been hosting. It's now hosting.
Oh,
Hosting.
maybe.
I think so.
Wow.
I think so.
Thank you very much.
That's I know what the sound effects are.
We need to train our ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I will again run up with Nollis, hopefully, preferably flanking these birds, and have a little stabby with my dagger.
Sure. So the two. These are the two that are running towards
Yeah.
you because there's still the one attacking Thorin.
So I'll come around the side of them.
Cool. So
Right.
you're trying to come from behind them. Yeah. So you can get the position where you're flanking from behind them. You're right in the middle of all these chicks now, basically, and they just kind of scatter slightly to the side.
It is 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Ooh.
Hopefully.
Baby.
It's only one, so it's 3 damage.
3 damage. So you strike one of them,
Mhm.
and from behind, it makes this horrible sound, and from behind it kind of turns to you as you dig your knife into it, just to the point where you can't quite finish it off. It
Yeah.
pulls its body out.
Like when you take a cat's temperature.
Anything else, Claro?
That's it. I'm just in combat.
Thorinir.
If that is the case, he's a dead man.
What have I got now?
You've got
The other cats
one.
will
There's
realise
one
what's
remaining
going
that's
on.
attacking. There's feathers everywhere. There's blood everywhere. all your weapon. You can see their weapons are all covered in it. And there's this one that's still pecking at you on your side. Stinks. And then you've got
Oh, this one's still there.
your 3 friends here that have run towards these other 2 birds that are kind of surrounding all these chicks and everything.
Can I try and throw some mud at this little creature?
The one right next to you.
Just throw some mud on its head.
Yeah, so just make an unarmed attack roll.
Yeah. I don't know what I do for that.
So
Roll a d20, no?
yeah, normal d20.
Add strength.
Add
Strength for.
Yes.
3.
3. Yeah. So just kind of it dodges you.
I can imagine it like and the mud. You'd throw it and it falls at your hand back.
Anything else thrown in?
Just tap it on the head.
No.
Your baby, be quiet.
So at this point, the red Ronk Swampie, for the first time, takes a step forwards, and this huge, great big foot just lands right next to you, Thorinir.
On the...
No, next to you, and you have to kind of almost duck so that its undercarriage doesn't hit the top of your head, and this great big hulking foot drops into the mud.
We now know it's a male.
And the next foot again comes over and drops, and it's walking with a bit of a. You can tell, even though you've not seen a creature like this before, you can see that it's got this limp as it's walking, and it's just kind of walking forwards. Walking ahead of where you are, basically.
A semi-gauge or something.
The 2 that you guys have all engaged. One of them is going to try. The one that you stabbed is going to try and attack you, Clary, which is a natural 20.
That hurts.
So it is going to do 8 piercing damage as it strikes into your leg, and the top of your leg again. And can you make
Top
a
of your leg.
Constitution saving throw, please?
Somebody call the doctor.
Oh, you just need some crumble eggs.
12.
You two feel this just sensation, just this. It's not cold, but it's just this numbing, dull effect on your leg. But again, you don't nothing. No other way to impede you. Bloody stings, really, really painful. A deep, deep gash in the top of your thigh. It's not just a little peck.
He looks over at Thorinir and he's just kind of disappointed that we're even fighting these geese.
The other one next to it turns and strikes the nearest character, which is Nolus.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh no.
21 to hit.
Oh
That is
jeepers!
a hit.
Oh jeepers!
He has to take.
Oh no.
It could just be a random.
Okay.
occurrence.
It's not standing directly below the big creature, is he?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
walked
At
slightly.
least
Oh,
it's out the
thank
window
God for
now.
that.
Pull out a big
Can
gun.
you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
A dexterity saving
Yeah,
throw,
that'd be
certainly.
I think it's dexterous. Down below.
Hang on, sorry.
Lightning in the middle of the day.
18.
Oh, it passes. So it's lightning. It's basically you see the clouds kind of gather. Lightning strikes down, and it takes half damage. So it just manages to miss this lightning strike.
It just kind of starts to flap its wings.
And you'll stand on end. It's a lot of static. That's 3 lightning damage.
3 lightning damage. So this is the other. This isn't the one that you've already damaged.
Yeah.
And it just kind of catches half of its
When I
wing.
said extra crispy,
Catches half of its wing as it strikes down and kind of blasts half the wing. It makes every one of you in the area jump because it's so alarming. Even though you're used to it, it's just you can't prevent it. All of you jump.
Ozone.
Yeah, and skunk, and just
Skunk and nose in.
and lightning strikes.
Coincidentally, the name of my
burnt
debut
feathers.
album.
Yeah, there's mud everywhere, feathers everywhere, blood everywhere, and this lightning strikes down and hits the bird.
And then damage.
Damage.
Damage. You're damaging
you're
me. You
damaging
hit.
him.
Yes, forgot about that bit. Yeah, so just 2 piercing damage. It's tried to bite
You're
you
not
in the sword arm.
You're not
basically.
going down this time.
Not yet.
If you can give me
Number
your
6.
con
Yeah.
save.
Wait for my con save.
Yeah.
That's 13.
13 passes. So again, you get this just painful sensation in your arm generally, but no further effects.
Still pretty raw. Right.
After that, we come back into Malcolm.
Got me through that.
So what's left?
You've got 1 Greek bird on Thorinir. You've got 2 on that's surrounded by Zolan, Clara, and Nollis.
Okay, so I'll go for the 2 that are.
Yep. So you're surrounded them basically.
Yeah.
The chicks are slightly scattering now, and the younger ones.
So I'll do my standard thwack on the first one.
Yeah.
That is a 10.
10 will hit.
That is 4 bludgeoning damage.
4. So this creature, as you knock it with your stick, it kind of goes flying to the side. At the very least winded. You wonder if it's going to get up, and it doesn't get back up.
Right, and I'll reach out again to the second one and go for my grab and snap.
Okay.
That's 21 to hit.
Yeah.
And that is actually I'm not sure what I.
It's enough.
I'm
You grab it by the neck and just again you feel this clean snap. They're not thick necks, it snaps pretty easily.
Up on fire.
And it just instantly head falls back and falls
thwack.
limp, crashes to the ground.
There we go. That's how you do it. No
We
lightning.
You'll
No fuss, no muss. The old thwack and snap.
the last one, if you're finished, Malcolm.
Yep.
The last one that's stood apart from the one that hasn't engaged the whole time is just going to be sat there, just watching.
So the one that you kissed?
Yes.
Oh,
The last one beside you, it's going to take 1 more attack at you, Thorinir.
This could be the last of the...
13
What are these called? Mangooses.
That equals so.
Yes,
equals
that's a hit.
hits, and it will do
It's last of
The
the
last of the mangoose
5
was
piercing
murdered.
damage.
Yeah.
This time as you're trying to...
This has all been well worth it.
This time as you're trying to block it, kind of gets you in the forearm as it bites
Not
you.
my arm.
Can you give me a con saving throw?
No more
Yes.
dragoons, no more clowns, no more mangoose.
3.
3.
Oh dear.
Did you fail the con save?
Dear.
Call the doctor!
Oh.
Gonna have to suck the poison out.
Your entire right arm or your sword, are you right-handed?
I'm ambidextrous.
No.
I think that's a feat. Isn't that a feat?
No. Is it
yeah,
really?
It wasn't
Okay.
3.5, I don't
Yeah, I think that's a feat. I don't think
Oh.
you are ambidextrous, quite. Even if you think you
Okay,
are.
I am definitely right-handed.
Okay, fine. Well, it bites your right hand. It doesn't matter so much.
Even
But
through
it
the
bites,
hyena.
It bites your right arm, kind of in the wrist, maybe a bit of the sleeves, but not quite all the way down. And you just suddenly your entire arm goes.
Oh.
What's happened?
Someone's following.
Zarlus.
Thank you, Zarlus. We
Zarlus.
appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
I hope you enjoy the stream.
That's awesome.
Thank you, and on to the next person.
Yeah, and your entire arm goes numb. You can't control it. You're suffering local paralysis in your arm.
Uh-oh.
Local, I can
You
do.
drop. If you're holding a weapon, you drop your weapon.
They're all just tied to me.
Fine. If you're not holding them, you don't
Tied to
drop
my
them.
hand.
I'm a man of no violence. I'm not holding anything.
Sure.
They're all
Yeah.
tucked into my belt.
But you've just lost this feeling in your arm, and it's quite unpleasant.
Name my biography.
At that point, are you guys going to attempt to finish off
Tucked
this
into my belt.
final?
Can I attempt to scare it off? Can I run it?
Go for it.
Kill it.
Well, I'll run. You can. I'm sure you can shoot to kill. Intimidation of 10.
Intimidation of 10. 1. It looks at you, having bit Thorinir, looks around for a moment and notices that it's suddenly outnumbered,
Yeah.
and it
Well done.
runs in
How
the
far
other
is it?
direction.
Last of the mangoose.
Yeah, I was going to say, can
How
I
far
take
is
a
it?
As far as it-
Save
yeah.
yourself!
So it's going to use all of its actions, so it will get. They're pretty damn slow waddlers, so it's about 20 feet away.
Can I make an attack?
Psyduck.
Oh, it's all going on now. Another follow.
Rev Reverend One is now following.
Thank you, Reverend
Thank
One.
you.
Thank you very much.
Hilariously
that-
dyslexic, so sorry if I read your
And
name.
on that bombshell, Claro claps his hands.
No, another one.
Ringing.
Another one bites the
the name's
dust.
too long. Men, Plagoon, Stamp, Mestar.
Gone.
The following.
It's gone.
Need to move that
Thank you
closer.
very much.
As the creature runs away, Claro claps his
no,
hands,
no,
leaving
no,
the bell,
Yeah.
tolling the dead. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, but only the creature can see the spell, is that right?
No, anyone can see that.
Okay.
19.
Wisdom save. Really? Wow, this is a creature full of
It's a very
wisdom.
wise duck.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
No, it's cool. It doesn't hear the bell.
Fine. It's
No, I was
still.
just going to take a pot.
Everybody else within 100-yard radius does.
Oh, you rolled a 1?
Oh no!
Yeah, you rolled a 1.
Ooh.
You just shot
Ooh,
yourself
what
in
can
the
you hit?
foot. Oh yeah, what can you
Bloody
hit?
close to the Red Ronk Swampie. Bloody close, no less.
I was expecting to go
It
flying over the
just-
houses and do some of the...
Exactly. It's exactly where it's running. The arrow just sails between the Mangoose and the Red Ronk Swampie, and it shaves the side of its leg. Just you can see a single hair flicker. as
While
the
that
arrow
happens, it's
sails
just going to
past
thrust the bow into Markin's hand.
it. At this point, the Mangoose kind of waddles off into the distance unless anybody's doing anything further to it.
No.
Bastard a mangoose.
It bested us.
Yeah.
We will let that one live.
You have beaten us.
He has won his life.
Mangoose.
What do we do with all these chicks now?
Oh.
The chicks are they're just kind of scuttling away as a little group, and they turn one way and then they go another way. They're just following each other randomly into the distance. The other one's
Forlornly pecking
waddling
at the-
quite slowly away.
Can I grab one?
One of the chicks.
Yeah.
You
From my
can,
backpack?
you can attempt to, yeah, if you just want to make
Well,
I guess just a regular dexterity roll to see if you're agile enough to grab one.
20.
Ooh.
Plus 2. 22.
Natural 20.
Was it a natural 20 each? You both got a
I
natural
was
20.
plus 2.
Was yours natural 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, your dexterity is plus 2. Yeah, they haven't got one, so you succeed. It looks like it's about to get away, and somehow you managed to grab it.
Oh.
Yeah. They're the same orange. They're just smaller.
What are we going
His
to do?
neck isn't as long. It looks like that's one of the last things to grow.
What are we going to do with the little guys?
This is your victory snack.
No, I'm not going to eat it
Why?
because it isn't barely any meat on it.
Thank you very much.
Scooter Boost Coat is now Scooter Boost Coot. Scooter Boost Coot is now
Thank you,
following.
Scooter
Thank you
Boost
very
Coot.
much.
Thank you very much.
There's barely any meat on it.
We're going to release it
innocent
back to
creature.
one of its friends. There's one that's run off.
There's only one left.
We're gonna shoo it into there.
We've killed
The Red Ronk Swampie is moving further away from you. And it's just kind of walking generally towards the town.
Is it healed
Oh,
now?
no.
It's still
towards
limping.
The town.
Oh, we healed.
Yeah, just generally in that direction.
That's fine.
Yeah,
It's his own business.
Can I just ask it how it's doing?
have a chat, yeah.
The Red Ronk Swampie.
Yeah.
It's just away from you now, but if you want to
Okay.
catch up with it, you can.
I probably could dart back and
I'm going to chase back.
it's got to be
With
within
Thorn
reach.
as well.
So you're running toward it basically and trying to catch up with it. And what does your ability allow you to do?
Just ask it like.
There's no size limit or anything.
No,
It's huge.
No. It's just talk to beasts.
Yeah.
There's no rolling. It doesn't guarantee because if it's hostile, it doesn't have to talk to me. But
Sure.
if it wants to, it can tell me like, "Oh, I fell down. I was looking for this." Or,
So you're talking to it, and what do you ask?
so I just want to know, are you okay? You know, what can we do to help you? Magnificent
still
creature.
walking. It kind
If
of
you can
turns to you a
convince it
little.
not
as
to go towards the town, that would be useful.
It still looks at. It sort of looks at you, but carries on walking. So hungry.
boy.
Oh dear.
Keeps walking.
What does it eat?
What was it?
Yeah, can I ask it what it eats?
Man, goose.
Hungry.
I'm gonna whip out some rations and just like throw them in front of The bit that looks like it might be his mouth.
It's covered in these tentacles, but it looks down at the rations and it just picks one of them straight up and puts it straight into its mouth, virtually without chewing, and just puts it in, carries on walking.
Okay. Fine.
Chuck one of the birds in front of it.
Give it some birdish.
What's it doing, Thornhill?
It's just hungry. It wants food.
Does it eat gamble eggs?
Gamble eggs.
Gamble eggs.
It probably will eat gamble eggs.
We could send it to the other farm.
I don't know if we should send it to the farm though. That might disrupt this
Whole town's economy.
nature.
What if it eats humans?
Then we should send it towards Garrett because I don't like him.
Garrett. Oh.
It's just walking, relatively slow. It's not, it's limping, it's struggling, quite clearly, but struggling, but it's still heading on relatively unperturbed.
Okay.
It didn't eat us.
Yeah, it's after something that isn't us.
Maybe it will eat all the eggs though, and these people will not have money. But is that our problem? I don't know.
You notice
Zolan
the
will
tentacles
decide.
starting to kind of drip into the mud and take scoops of it and just starts eating. And they seem to be, they seems to have control of tentacles individually, so it's they're
Awesome.
individually controllable, and it uses them. And some are picking up one side, some are picking up the other side. It's just kind of scooping up mud, putting it into its mouth, and then you see mud fall back out of its mouth afterwards.
Thornhill, does he seem to be affected by void? Is it insane?
Well, I didn't go insane. I didn't go all Holmoller.
What is happening? Can I go back and get a man goose?
Yeah,
A dead
they're running into the
dead
distance
one.
now. But if you want to chase after
I'll
one,
chase after a
dead
man.
one.
No, a dead one.
Oh, dead one,
A dead
sorry,
one. Yeah,
yeah.
one. Just pick up one.
yeah,
And
the other
then-
one that had sat there and you'd kissed just started to walk away.
Then while this conversation goes,
Yeah,
I'll run
you can
back
pick up
to
a
it.
dead one.
Yeah, then run back towards the thing.
Okay, you run towards it. It's kind of walking vaguely towards this farm. A few people kind of come out now, and you can see a couple of people with kind of sticks and things just getting ready to push it away should it come
Yeah.
too close to it. And a few people are kind of shouting and waving their arms. Ah, get away! Get away!
Can
It
I?
doesn't seem to be heading towards them. It seems to be randomly walking. And you're going to go up to it.
Man goose.
Yeah.
Does it look?
Does turn towards you, and then turns back and just keeps on walking
Oh no.
Doesn't like mangoes.
Doesn't like man goose now.
towards the town.
I'm gonna say, should we shepherd it to the entrance and see if the winch
The Winchy Lifty.
is big enough to actually get this guy out
I'm
of here?
fairly certain that the winch isn't going to be big enough to get that thing out of
Well, we don't know unless we try, do we?
it. It kind of looked sort of like I got the impression it was a sort of chairlift type thing.
What did we see?
Malcolm's perception is probably correct. It looked.
Thorn's perception was that it was a huge platform worthy of this great beast.
It's decent. It's not a tiny thing at all, but this is a big creature.
Is that the shallowest gradient out of here?
The gradient right the way around is virtually vertical.
And that's the shallowest for the chairlift.
In terms of so the whole way about, you're looking at least kind of 70 degrees
Oh.
right the way around from what you can see.
We cannot push him that far. He's going to have to eat the town.
We will leave the journey at this point
Oh,
with a red Ronk Swampie heading into Broga. A
We did what?
cacophony of murder in front of us with blood, orange feathers, dead birds all around, a chick in your hand, Claro, chicks running all around, various locals trying to fend away this creature, and you with your 5 quite delightful pairs of trousers.
Look after the people.
And on that
Look after
note,
people.
Well, it's good to know we're back on form.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody that's joined us this evening. Thank you to our new followers.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for joining us. Thank you for
Thank you
watching.
to our old followers as well.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you for some wonderful artwork again this week.
Yeah,
And
awesome.
we'd love to receive artwork always. So if anyone is inspired by any of our stories, please
Yeah.
do us a
I'm
picture.
sure there's some
'cause we
very
like them.
visual images come to mind from tonight's episode.
There's still space on the wall.
Still space on the wall.
Loads
What
of
are all the
stuff.
words? Tweet, subscribe, follow,
Yeah, all the things.
Tell your
Yeah.
birdies.
donate, share,
Yeah.
retweet,
Rotate.
rotate,
Spindle.
Yeah.
scale, skew.
Twist.
We have been
There
rolling.
we are.
Hang on. I've got to
Oh,
start the music, haven't I? I've got to start the music.
Wait for
Hang
it.
on.
Wait for it.
Big finale.
Wait
See you
for it.
next week.